Live from the Tucson Arena, this is University of Arizona Hockey. It's time to drop the puck with Timothy Gasson, the voice of the Wildcats. So let's head to the action with Arizona Wildcats Hockey.
Live from the Tucson Arena, it's the number 6 Arizona Wildcats and the number 16 Buffaloes of the University of Colorado. Hi everybody, I'm Timothy Gasson and I'll be bringing you tonight's game, or this afternoon's game. It's a 1 p.m. start here for the second of a two-game series between Colorado and Arizona. The Wildcats were big 2-1 winners over the Buffaloes just here at the TCC yesterday afternoon. Their magic number now appears to be 2. 2 more WCHL victories, and Arizona will win its first Western Collegiate Hockey League championship. But guess what? You don't win 2 games in a day. You can only win 1, and it's the Colorado Buffalo here in front of the Arizona Wildcats. And I expect a fierce competition here today because the Buffaloes are fighting for their ACHA tournament life. They're currently ranked number 16. The top 17 teams go to the tournament. There's some auto bids that even that out to a full 20 teams. But you don't want to wait until the last day or last game to see if you've made it to the tournament. A win over number 6 Arizona here today would really, really help and perhaps even cement Colorado's chance to make it to the ACHA tournament. On Arizona's side, of course, it's a league game. They're hoping to win the league championship and maintain that top 10 standing. Now, number 6 is great. It's the highest ranking in a generation for the University of Arizona, but their goal really is to stay in that top 12 of the ACHA, so they have a first-round bye in the ACHA tournament. The rankings are razor thin between number 6 and number 12. That's how close the competition is in that top 10 or 12 of the ACHA. So Arizona enters at 25-6, Colorado at a deceiving 11-2. By all accounts, the Buffaloes have played much better here in the second semester than they did in the first. As a matter of fact, they were on a 6-game winning streak until Arizona pulled out that 2-1 win yesterday. Now, key in that win yesterday was Anthony Shuro for the Wildcats in goal. He's got to be a first or second team ACHA All-American in goal for the Arizona Wildcats. He stoned the Buffaloes again and again. I got to believe that Anthony Shuro is going to get the start here again tonight. It was Jake Cerullo for the Buffalo yesterday. He did very well. We'll see if the Buffaloes go back to him. He is the number 1 goaltender for the University of Colorado. He played well in goal, but it was just that thinnest of thin margin between Arizona and Colorado yesterday. Arizona coming away with a 2-1 win. Now, Friday night, Arizona came away with a 2-0 shutout win over Colorado State, another important WCHL league game, and that's why Arizona now has a 1-game lead in the WCHL over the University of Central Oklahoma. Central Oklahoma is the reigning champion. They've recently been the national champion. Arizona split with UCO here in Tucson a couple weeks ago. This would be a huge accomplishment for the University of Arizona if they're able to win the WCHL League Championship this year. There is no WCHL tournament, so the regular season champion is the league champion. And this is such a young Arizona Wildcats squad. It'll be interesting to see how they handle this 1 p.m. game. We've talked about it before. Arizona in this 7,000-seat arena is used to big or larger nighttime crowds. It might be a smaller crowd here today, 1 p.m. on a Saturday afternoon. Arizona's going to have to generate some of that momentum internally and that excitement internally if the crowd is not as big as we usually have. Well, there's a lot on the line. Are these young Arizona Wildcats mature enough to take advantage of this opportunity? A home game against a highly ranked opponent, a very talented University of Colorado Buffalo squad, and get within that magic number of one more victory to win the WCHL. Okay, so the remaining games for Arizona after they play Colorado today, there's just 2 more league games, and that's against, of course, arch rivals Arizona State. So they'll have to beat Arizona State in at least one of those games to become league champions. And that's, I suppose, for the Wildcat Nation, how it should be. Beating the Sun Devils in order to win a championship is what we all want to see. Now, Arizona has another championship it can win. One more win against ASU, and they also secure the Cactus Cup for the 2018-2019 season. Just one more victory against ASU, and they will be the returning Cactus Cup champions. That trophy is in the Arizona locker room right now, and they don't want to give it up. Well, guess what? You'll have your opportunity in 3 weeks here at the Tucson Arena to see Arizona finish out their home season against Arizona State. That's in 3 weeks. It's a Friday and Sunday game here at the Tucson Arena. And if Arizona wins one of those two games, they'll secure the Cactus Cup once again. So this could be a season of championships. This is all building toward the ACHA National Tournament, which is in Dallas, Texas this year. Arizona looks like they're a lock to make it to that tournament, but we still have a few weeks of competition left. There are no bids yet that have gone out for the national tournament, although Arizona ranked number 6. Looks like its spot is pretty secure to be in the top of the ACHA and make it to the national tournament. Now they're trying to jostle for good seeding in that national tournament. This young Wildcat squad, can they learn how to win a league championship? Can they learn, again, this new squad, how to keep the Cactus Cup? Can they get ready for the ACHA tournament, which is a one-and-done tournament? You win it, you win, you move on. You lose, you're knocked out of that tournament. That can be very difficult for an 18 or 19-year-old hockey player, but sometimes they're so young, they just don't understand how much pressure there is, and it doesn't matter. That's what happened for a young Arizona squad. Last year at the national tournament, they won a game in the tournament. They got to play number 1 Minot State and played very well against the number 1 team in the nation. Well, we have another young squad this year, a very talented squad. I'm excited to see how they handle this challenge today from a Colorado squad that I think is going to be playing with some desperation. Now, we also have a special guest for you in our broadcast today. We're going to have a broadcaster from the University of Colorado join me in the booth for the second semester of play. It'll be interesting to hear his perspective on the Buffaloes and how their season has gone and how the game is going tonight. So I can see the officials skating behind me. We're waiting for the teams to take the ice. Now it looks like some team members are going to start to filter out onto the ice. And when they do, then we'll send it down to ice level for the starting lineups and our national anthem. And then we'll have our contest between number 6 Arizona and the Buffalo of Colorado. Okay, let's send it down to ice level for the starting lineups. You're watching University of Arizona Wildcats hockey.
The home of your University of Arizona Wildcats. Today, your Wildcats take on the Buffaloes from the University of Colorado. Here's the starting lineup for the visiting Buffaloes. Starting at left wing, number 13, Chris Doyle. At right wing, number 14, Luke Carter. At the center position for the Buffaloes, number 10, Trace Jablin. At left defense, number 24, Matt Adams. At right defense, number 44, Ben Hull. And in the nets today for the visiting Buffaloes, number 30, Jake Cerullo. And here come your Wildcats. And ladies and gentlemen, here's the starting lineup for your Arizona Wildcats. Starting at left wing, number 15, Anthony Cusinelli. At right wing, number 12, Chris Westland. At the center position for your Cats, number 11, Bailey Marshall. At left defense, number 24, Keelan Olnick. At right defense, number 20, Manny Rowe. And in the nets today for your Wildcats, number 30, Anthony Churro. The head coach of your Wildcats is Chad Berman. Your assistant coaches, Toppy Hogan and Shane Wassell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats and face the south goal for a very special national anthem today. It will be performed by the Twin Peaks Elementary School with sign language performed by Painted Sky Elementary School. Take it away, guy.
And we're ready for hockey here at the Tucson Arena. It's number 6 Arizona and number 16 Colorado. Hi everybody, I'm Timothy Gass and I'll be bringing you today's action from the Tucson Arena. Arizona enters 25-6, number 6 in the nation. Colorado number 16, and a very deceiving 11-11-2 record. They've been playing very well in the second semester. They're trying to secure their spot in the ACHA National Tournament. Arizona will start with Anthony Churro in goal, the number 1 goaltender, 1.98 goals against average. He's one of the finest goaltenders at this level of college hockey. He'll be opposed by Jake Cerullo, the starting goaltender for Colorado, at 3.25 goals against. He's played the bulk of games for Colorado. Played a good game yesterday, but Anthony Churro just played that sliver of a game better in Arizona. And Arizona came out a 2-1 victor. I expect Colorado to throw the kitchen sink at Arizona here today. They need to win this game. Is a young Arizona squad up to the challenge? The puck is down as the puck goes over to Manny Rowe on the near side. He sends it up to center ice. Bailey Marshall picks it up in his own end, now goes behind Churro. He's taken down, no call. No, that is going to be called. Bailey Marshall was taken down with the puck in his own zone. I thought he may have just lost an edge there, but that's going to be a tripping call. And in the first 18 seconds of play, Arizona will go on its first power play. Can they take advantage of this early gift here in the first period? We're scoreless, just underway at the Tucson Arena. Face-off in the Buffs zone.
Colorado penalty on number 13, Chris Doyle, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of that penalty, 18 seconds in the first period. And it gives your Wildcats a Hogan Transportation power play.
Doyle goes to the box for tripping, and Arizona has its first man advantage. Colorado had a number of man advantages yesterday, but only came up with 1 goal. Arizona, one of the best power penalty kills in the nation, but now they're on the power play. This is part of the Arizona game that head coach Chad Berman has said needs to improve for Arizona. They have firepower on this team. They need to get their power play clicking as Bailey Marshall comes up to center ice, sends a long pass over to Anthony Cusinelli, but it goes over his stick. Those are the 2 top scorers for Arizona, Cusinelli and Marshall. Puck goes down low, and Max Meyer digs for it for Arizona. Goes back to Meyer. He's going to go cross ice. No, it bounces back to Meyer, and the Buffs are going to be able to clear that puck down the zone. Churro thinks twice about sending that. Now he sends it behind the net. to Ben Jones. Keelan Ulnick's going to pick that up for Arizona with 40 seconds to go on the man advantage. Just underway, minute and a half into this first period. There's a long pass that's intercepted, and Colorado comes in 2-on-1 shorthanded. Gets fed in front, but Churros shovels that aside, and Arizona heads back up ice. It's Ethan Stalyuth with the puck over the line. Long pass that goes just wide of the net. Cirillo had to stretch out, but the puck went wide. Cats don't have a shot on goal in this power play yet, just 15 seconds to go. Looks like the Buffs are going to get it out. They do. It goes off of Keelan Ulnick out to center ice. That'll do it for the man advantage in about 5 seconds. Here comes Josh Larson over the line. Can the Cats get a shot on this power play? It doesn't look like it. The man advantage is up. We are still scoreless. Good penalty kill there by the Colorado Buffalo. 2:25 into this first period, but Arizona comes away with the puck. Moving in, and there's a tough angle shot. And Cirillo makes the save. Arizona comes away with it. Josh Larson sends it wide to the wide post. Makes a nice save there. Good opportunity there for Justin Plumhoff on that backdoor play. But the Buffs survive. We're still scoreless. 2:50 into the first period of the rubber match between Colorado and Arizona. Arizona 2-1 victors in a thriller yesterday here at the Tucson Arena. The Buffaloes now in desperation mode. I mean that in a positive sense as the Buffs move up ice in on goal, and the puck goes wide as Connor Sullivan slides into the boards. Three and a half minutes into this first period, still scoreless, and there's some physical play in front of the Buffs bench. Some abuse going in on an Arizona player there on Charlie James. Charlie James, of course, likes to throw the body and get under the skin of the Colorado players. He just skates to the bench. Smart play on his part. Arizona has to be disciplined here. They can't take dumb penalties. They can't let Colorado get under their skin. So we'll have a face-off to the right of Cirillo. Won by the Buffs. Timothy Murphy with the puck trying to move it. Now Cats try to pin it. Goes up the far side. And the Buffs break out to center ice. Cats send the puck off the glass, but don't get it out. No, that just took a weird bounce wide of the net. Anthony Shura had to be really aware there as the puck changed directions at the last second, and luckily did for Arizona. It didn't go into the net. Kyle Wade tries to get it to center ice. He does. And the Buffs send it right back in. Well, we have a whistle, and that's going to be called an icing, and so the puck will come back into the Buffalo zone. 4:29 gone here in the first period. We're still scoreless between number 6 Arizona and number 16 Colorado, as we have a face-off to the right of Cirillo. Won by Arizona, back to the point. Ulnick sends it down low to Chris Westland. Westland tries to throw it in front, right down on the Arizona stick. Anthony Cusinelli, where's the puck? It's in the net. That's a goal! Bailey Marshall's going to come away with that goal. There was a loose puck, and the Buffaloes couldn't find it. Anthony Cusinelli had a stick on the puck, and then Bailey Marshall did. And the Cats take that all-important first goal from the Colorado Buffs. It's a good recipe for success. Get the puck to the front of the net, jam around, try to get a stick on it. That's exactly what Bailey Marshall did. You can call that a garbage goal if you want, but that's a hard-working garbage goal. I love that kind of garbage.
Wildcat goal, give it to number 11, Bailey Marshall. The assist goes to number 15, Anthony Cusinelli. Well, that's Marshall from Cusinelli. Time of your Wildcat goal, 4 minutes, 39 seconds in the first period.
He shoots. He scores. Such an important goal for the Arizona Wildcats coming from their top scorers. The puck goes out of play there. Bailey Marshall, top scorer for Arizona. He works hard to get in those scoring areas. And it pays off with a goal. 5 minutes and 10 seconds into this first period. Arizona with that all-important first goal. Let's see how they do with some prosperity here. As they win the faceoff, send the puck to the far side. Digging for it there is Justin Plomoff, but it comes out to center ice. Hull will pick it up for Arizona, while Luke Carter watches for the Buffs. Ben Hull sends it up the near sides, and the Buffaloes try to break out to center ice. Goes off a Buff. Is this going to go far enough for icing? I don't think so. Oh, they call that icing. Okay. So we'll have a face-off back in the Buffalo zone. 5:44 into this first period. No feeling out period anymore for these two teams. They played a tough one yesterday. They know each other really well. Arizona takes that important one-goal lead. Let's see if some secondary scoring now for the Arizona Wildcats can come through. We know that Bailey Marshall and Anthony Cusinelli are so dangerous. Face-off won by the Buffs. It's Matt Adams, headmans it. Big pad save and a big rebound there from Anthony Shuro. Cats get the rebound, though. Goes up the near side to Cam Armstrong. He's going to try to chip it out. Buffs keep it in. Justin Dungy goes for it here for Arizona. This is where Arizona can have problems sometimes moving out of their own end, but Kyle Wade headmans it, and Max Meyer digs for it in the far corner. Over to Wade in front. Oh, puck just goes wide. Cam Armstrong keeps it in at the point. See, these are the lines for Arizona that if they can produce points and add some pressure, makes Arizona such a more dangerous team, as Manny Rose sends it right back to the blue line, and Dawson Marshall picks it up or tries to. Second and third line for Arizona. If they can just get some pressure on, makes Arizona such a more dangerous team. Colorado trying to come up through center ice with some speed, sends it in off of Shuro. Keelan Ulnick seals off his man there. Ulnick playing so well here in his second year with the University of Arizona. Here's Charlie James kind of having his stick held there, no call. Play continues on, and the puck comes out the other side of the net, and Cirillo was lucky that an Arizona player wasn't anywhere near there. Vale Artizone digging for the puck in the corner now. Artizone, a freshman, had a hat trick last week here for Arizona. There's a good screen in front that Artizone was giving, but the puck didn't get through from Hull. Bailey Marshall sends it to the far side now. And Joe Kinsella will pick it up for the Buffs and move it out of the zone. Buffs throw it in behind Shuro and go for a change. Let's see if Arizona can take advantage and get out of their own zone cleanly. They do. Chris Westland with the puck. Sends it in on goal, or past goal. Bailey Marshall digging for it there. Bodies his man off the puck, comes away with it. It's amazing how strong Bailey Marshall can be on the puck. Here's Anthony Cusinelli. Oh, he almost was able to take that puck to the far circle, but we have a whistle, and we're going to have another penalty. We're going to have a slash, and I think this one's going to go on the University of Arizona. Vale Artizone is heading to the box. All right, take that back. Not 5, 15. Anthony Cusinelli. Anthony Cusinelli ended up in the box on a cross-check yesterday. Arizona's all-everything player, and he goes to the box here with a slash. Uncharacteristic penalties from Anthony Cusinelli. Of course, ACHA rookie team last year, the WCHL Rookie of the Year, the MVP of Arizona last year, and the Rookie of the Year for Arizona last year. I'm sure there's some other awards I'm forgetting for Anthony Cusinelli. Well, now he's in the box. So that hurts doubly. It's not only your best, one of your best two players, or best three players, if you had Anthony Shuro perhaps in there, is not available. He's in the box, and there's a man advantage for the Buffaloes. Well, the first 25 seconds of the man advantage is gone. Arizona did not connect on their first power play. But the Buffs come over the line. That's Trace Jablin. Puck goes off the post. That's a ringer. That's a boing. But it did not go in. Arizona still with a 1-goal lead. The Buffs on the power play. Couple inches to the left, and that puck is in the net. Here's an attempt for a tip in on the far side. Goes wide. Puck goes wide again. Colorado getting some great pressure here, as we're going to have another penalty. We're going to have a cross check, and this is the kind of discipline that breakdown from Arizona, and it's Arizona's arguably other best player, Bailey Marshall, going to the box on the cross check. Now a 2-man advantage. I've been talking about how young this Arizona squad is, but these aren't freshmen taking these penalties. Wow, that's a lot of talent in the penalty box for Arizona.
Bailey Marshall, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of that penalty, 9 minutes, 4 seconds in the first period.
Wow, with a 2-man advantage, the Buffs lose the puck out to center ice. A great treat for Arizona there. But the Buffs are back, right back in over the line. 40 seconds to go on the 2-man advantage. They had a 2-man advantage yesterday and did not connect on it. Big wind up that gets through to Shuro, but ends up behind the net. Hole defending there. Only 3 defenders on the ice for Arizona. So it goes back to the far side, right in the middle of the ice. There's a shot that deflects high off of Joe Kinsella's stick. Back to Kinsella. Kinsella at the high slot. Moves it down low. Shuro is in good position there, but the Buffs still have the puck. 10 seconds to go on the 2-man advantage. Can Ben Jones get to it for Arizona? No, it comes back out to the near side to Kinsella. Back to the middle of the ice. There's a shot. Chris Westland blocked it. It's still loose around the net. 1 man is back on the ice. 50 seconds to go on the other man advantage. Kinsella has the puck. Arizona now with 4 defenders on the ice. Can they clear the puck? Kinsella just moves right in. Arizona's not able to get that puck out. It goes right back to Kinsella. Boy, he's a puck magnet. Comes to an Arizona player now. Now Arizona gets it down the ice. That 200-foot relief for the Arizona Wildcats. 9:25 to go in this first period. 25 seconds to go on the man advantage for Colorado. They did not score with a 2-man advantage, and now they have 20 seconds left on their 1-man advantage. Be a big psychological lift for Arizona if they can kill off a 2-man advantage. They are one of the best penalty killers, killing teams in the ACHA. Just 5 seconds to go on this power play. It appears that they've defeated this power play for Colorado as well. Nice crowd on hand here Saturday afternoon for the Arizona Wildcats. Of course, word is out. This is a great hockey team, number 6 in the nation. We love how Tucson comes out and supports Tucson's hometown hockey team, the Arizona Wildcats. Nice crowd here on a Saturday afternoon. As the puck goes wide, again, it's a lot of traffic in front of Shuro. Arizona's careful not to pick up another penalty trying to clear that traffic out, but the puck didn't get through to him. 8:20 to go in the period. Arizona up 1-0. As we have a whistle, and the puck will come back into the Arizona end of the ice. To the right of Anthony Shuro. Been stellar in goal here in the second semester. Well, he really had it cranked up at the end of the first semester, and he's right back in playoff form again. Arizona wins the faceoff, but sends it up the far side boards to no one in particular and gives it away to Colorado. They got to clean that up because Colorado's going to get a shot on goal because of it, or an opportunity for one as it goes behind the net. Manny Rowe chasing it there, and it goes right into the slot and right past Shuro. That giveaway off that faceoff turned into a scoring opportunity for Colorado. You know the coaching staff for Arizona is going to use that game film. The puck comes right in off of Shuro. Manny Rowe very calm and collected, sends it down, but he just iced the puck. Oh, they waved that off. Play continues on. And Charlie James, I think, just missed a huge body check. Tries to make up for it on Timothy Murphy by giving him a little nudge, but he had Murphy lined up and just missed him. That's Charlie James' role, to stir things up and throw his body around. He'll do anything for his Arizona Wildcat teammates. The only senior on the Arizona squad. I love hockey players like Charlie James. He is tough as nails. Play continues on, under 7 minutes to go in the first period. Cam Armstrong with the puck, sends it up the boards, but not out. Cats have to be careful here with the puck in their own end of the ice. They try to move it up and out of the zone off the glass, but the Buffs send it right back in. Cam Armstrong sends it up the boards, but still not out. Arizona running around a little bit in their own end again. So there's a pile up in the corner there. Play continues on. The Buffs move in, and the shot is blocked, but back to Joe Kinsella. Kinsella sends it down low. A lot of traffic in front of Anthony Shuro. The Cats come away with the puck. Can they clear it out of the zone? Again, just sending it up the boards to no one in particular doesn't clear the zone. Arizona now does get it to center ice and can go for a change. Boy, they dodged a bullet there. 6 minutes to go in the first period. Arizona leading Colorado 1-0. Colorado playing exactly the kind of game as the puck finds its way into the glove of Anthony Shuro. He makes the sure save, and we'll have a face-off with 5:53 to go in the first period. This is exactly the kind of game I was expecting from the Colorado Buffalo. Very determined, disciplined hockey team. Anthony Shuro has been equal to the challenge so far. But these are the kinds of games that Arizona the last few weeks has been playing and winning one-goal games. They won a game 1-0 against the University of Central Oklahoma, 2-0 against Colorado State, 2-1. Here's Anthony Cusinelli with the puck over the line, sends it to Chris Westland. Oh, he tried to get it back to Cusinelli, but that just wasn't going to get through all those bodies. Here comes a 2-on-1 coming back the other way for Colorado, and the pass just went off of Christopher Doyle's stick. Colorado had a good 2-on-1 going, but the pass wasn't quite where it needed to be. But they send the puck right back in. Good pressure here from the Colorado Buffalo. As we're going to have a hand pass call here and a face-off in the Arizona zone. Well-played hockey game, just as it was yesterday. A 2-1 thriller, a win for Arizona. As I was saying, Friday night, 2-0 over Colorado State. A couple blowouts against Utah last week, 10-1 and 11-0. Wow, that Arizona had over Utah, surprising over a usually very stout Utah Utes squad. And we're right back in another close one. 5 minutes to go in the first period. Arizona 1-0 over the Buffalo as Jerome Newhouse tries to carry the puck low. Goes back to Newhouse, right back into the slot. And there's a shot that goes off of Shuro and out of bounds. Boy, that's a giveaway right in the slot. And it went off of Shuro out of bounds. Woo! Colorado is getting their opportunities, that is for sure. But Arizona still with a 1-0 lead over the Buffalo. Now hang around after the first period because we'll have a package of video highlights and interviews and everything to do with University of Arizona Wildcat Hockey. That's after the first period. And in the second period, we'll have James Margules from the University of Colorado media team will join me as my color man for the second period of play. I look forward to that. Colorado bench happy with a big hit at center ice by one of their Buffaloes. Arizona responds. Keelan Ulnick throws a body legally, looks around. No calls, and we continue on as the puck bounces around to the near side half wall. And now out to center ice where Keelan Ulnick will collect it. Send it up to Ethan Stahlhuth. There's a nice big hit by Manny Rowe on Jerome Newhouse. And another hit. Oh, there's another hit on Keelan Olnick. Keelan Olnick has been mixing it up a little bit. He keeps his head here and skates away. Smart move by Keelan Olnick, but I think he's going to go to the box. Oh, I don't understand this call. Unless I didn't see the first. Well, we're going to have a roughing call, I believe. You know, often you see the second move, and I saw the retaliation from the Colorado player. Perhaps I didn't see the penalty from Keelan Olnick. He tried to skate away there, but he was the one who was caught for the penalty, so the Buffaloes will go back on the power play. Face off to the right of Anthony Shuro in the Arizona zone. 3:44 to go in the first period.
Penalty on number 24, Keelan Olnick. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of that penalty, 16 minutes, 16 seconds in the first period.
Yeah, Keelan Olnick was caught up with a couple Buff players earlier in that sequence. He came back, the referee was watching him, and he was called for the roughing. So a man advantage for the Buffalo here, 138 on their man advantage. They didn't score on their two-man advantage, but here they come racing in. The puck's right in the slot. Arizona comes away with the puck. Up to center ice, and Dawson Marshall sends it all the way down behind Jake Cerullo. Buffs regroup here. 1:10 to go in their man advantage. 2:50 to go in the first penalty. As the Buffs send it up to the blue line, to the far side, send it down low. There's a nice tip, another nice tip, and a great save there by Anthony Shuro. Whoa, Anthony Shuro once again, Johnny on the spot. Holds his ground and just looks calmly down at his mitt. And that's where the puck is. Arizona 1, Colorado nothing. 2:40 to go in the first. Anthony Shuro gives his team an opportunity to win every single day or night. One of those rare 1 o'clock afternoon games here at the Tucson Arena, but a really nice crowd here. February in Tucson is about as nice as it can be outside, so you know you got a good hockey team when you have a nice big crowd here at the Tucson Arena. During the day, 1 p.m. start here as the puck comes in. It's loose again. Anthony Shuro, can Chris Wessling get to it? He can, and the puck is going to get out of the zone. Just comes out. 40 seconds to go on the power play for Colorado. Another bullet dodged by the Arizona Wildcats as they go for a change. 2:15 to go in the period. Buffs try to move up ice. That's Silas Kalin sends it down low. Back over to the center of the ice, kept in. Dribbles in on Shuro. He calmly makes the save, and Arizona's able to relieve the pressure again. 9 seconds to go on the penalty. 1:48 to go in the period. Fans count it down. That's it for the power play. Keelan Olnick back on the ice. Arizona still with a 1-0 lead over Colorado. Shuro makes the easy save. Manny Rowe picks up the puck for Arizona and heads up ice with some speed. Ooh, kind of whiffs on the puck there. Has to reverse his ground. Over to Cam Armstrong behind the net. Arizona does get it out to center ice. Colorado has to vacate the zone. And there's a giveaway right in the slot, but Arizona gets it back to center ice. I heard kind of fluttered there as the puck almost went to a Buffalo stick right in the slot. Coming down to the last minute of play in the first period. And we have an ice on Colorado with 1:01 to go in the first. Arizona 1-0. Well played hockey game. I got to believe Coach Berman's going to be very happy with his Arizona Wildcats and their intensity. Their intensity has been very good. Colorado has played very well. They got to be scratching their heads a little bit because they've gotten a lot of pressure in on Anthony Shuro, but they still have a goose egg up on the scoreboard. Face off to the right of Cerullo. 1 minute to go. Chris Wessling tries to get the puck out front. Bailey Marshall with it. Sends it to the far side. Ben Jones sends it down. A lot of traffic in front. Didn't get in front. comes in on Cirillo, and he makes the save. 46.2 seconds to go in the first. Joe Pirates announcing in 3 weeks, Arizona State comes to Tucson February 22nd and 24th. That's a Friday and a Sunday for the Arizona Wildcats against ASU. Boy, they win one of those 2 games, they will be Cactus Cup champions. Nothing better than on home ice for the Arizona Wildcats to win that championship. Arizona trying to get more pressure in on goal. It comes in on Cirillo. He makes a nice save. 30 seconds to go in the first period. Good period of hockey here for the Arizona Wildcats. In Colorado, they just got to keep doing what they're doing. It took them until deep into the third period yesterday before they finally got a goal. They're not going to come easy against Anthony Shuro. So that's their challenge. Can they just keep on keeping on? As they break to center ice, that was Trace Jablin sending the puck up the ice. Tough angle shot that Shuro handles. Down to the last 12 seconds of the period. Arizona needs one more clear here. Anthony Cusinelli sends it high and down the ice. That's not going to go far enough for an icing. Bailey Marshall with the puck almost got a shot in the last couple of seconds, but there goes the horn. That's the first period of play.
Colorado with 17. Arizona with 10. The score.
So shots on goal show a desperate Colorado team. And I mean desperate in a really good way. I mean the intensity, the kind of effort is there. A desperate hockey team is a hockey team that's working on all cylinders. Now, Coach Berman comes over to the box and over to the scorekeeper. I don't know what he's saying to the scorekeeper. It's very interesting. We'll have to see what he said. He ran over to the box, Coach Berman. Now he's heading off the ice. U of A with 10 shots on goal in the first. Colorado with 17, and that shows me the intensity that the Colorado Buffalo are bringing to this game. But they trail by a goal, 1-0. Arizona has a lead over the Buffalo. Looks like they're bringing their A game, if you pardon the pun. The Wildcats have brought their A game. Oh, and here come the junior skaters onto the ice. If you're a hockey fan, there is nothing better than little kids playing hockey in the big arena against each other in intermission. It's just so much fun. I don't see any, do I see any goal? No small goaltenders on the ice, so this is great. So from Tucson Youth Hockey, it's always fun to see the little guys. Oh, I think someone's gonna have a breakaway here. Someone, I love it. Let's stick with this for a minute or so because this is great. We do have a package of video highlights and interviews and everything to do with the University of Arizona Wildcat hockey. But oh no, that's no goal. The goal light went on, but that was no goal. That was off the post. That's a bad call there. That was no goal. Play continues on as the pile of players is to the left of the goal. and they're gonna find the puck. They do. They find the puck. And it's a takedown, but it's a shot. It's a good shot block, and it's a takedown, and it's another shot block. 16:24 to go in intermission. We're still scoreless here in the intermission. Oh, now we got to breakaway going the other way. Break going away. Oh, but he's overtaken. Number 2 going for the puck there. I like the Roman numeral 4. The Roman numeral 4 on the back of the one player. We've got 2 open nets, but we're still scoreless. Here, 15:45 to go in intermission. I didn't know I was going to be calling 2 games in one. This is fabulous. Now, that's a penalty if I ever saw one. I don't know. Someone give that ref a pair of glasses. Okay, we've got another break in on goal. This is fabulous. Great defense there. Another great defense. Oh, the puck is there. Oh, no. It's right on the line. It's not in. It's in. That's a goal. Okay, now we'll go to our highlight package of videos and highlights and everything to do with the Wildcats. And then we'll come back with our guest broadcaster from the University of Colorado for the second period of play. After one period of play, it's number 6 Arizona 1 and number 16 Colorado nothing. You are watching University of Arizona Wildcat Hockey.
Wildcat Hockey is back home. Save up to 20% with UofA Hockey's new Flex Pack options, with access of up to 12 UofA games this season.
Your Arizona Wildcats.
Don't miss out. Flex Pack tickets are available at TCC box office or call in 791-4101. That's 791-4101. Supporting a UofA hockey team just got easier with our new Flex Pack ticket plans. For more information, please visit ArizonaWildcatHockey.org.
You walk into this building on an ASU night, I mean, it feels different. Everybody feels it, from the fans to, the media, down to the coaching staff. Beating these guys, a couple more times, so I don't think that anything could really beat that.
The Wildcats will secure the Cactus Cup.
There's a shot to goal. Arizona takes the lead.
That is all Jake Dickinson. He's wheeling and dealing. That's my player of the game, Tim. Easy.
Your hockey team, your Arizona Wildcats. Tickets for Arizona hockey are now on sale. Your hockey team, your Arizona Wildcats. Call 791-4101 for tickets now. I'm Timothy Gasson. They call me the AZ Puck Man. I've been following hockey at the University of Arizona for more than 30 years. And this is my Wildcat Hockey Report.
Welcome to another Wildcat Hockey Report. Let's send it over to Victor Garcia with a very special video feature.
Thank you, Tim. I'm here with Anthony Cusinelli, captain of the UofA hockey team. So, Anthony, we get to see you play out here on this ice from the stands. We get to see the action, you taking your shots for your goals, amazing stuff. Tell me, what is it like? What is the sensation of skating, feeling the ice beneath you? Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool feeling. I mean, I'm kind of used to it by now. I've been skating since I was about 5 years old. I fell in love with the game when I was that young, and I still have the same feeling every time I skate.
And it must be a weird feeling knowing that there's other people on the ice. They all want the same thing. What is it like to know that there's other people out there trying to stop you from doing your thing out on the ice?
Yeah, it kind of seems like there's a lot of traffic at sometimes. There's 5 guys on your team, 5 guys on their team, and you don't have much time to think. And when you get the puck, you got to make a quick decision, and you don't have as much time as you think when you get the puck, and you kind of have to think on your toes and know what you're doing before you get the puck.
With all that gear you have on, people don't know that you have a lot of those gloves going on, you have all those pads on you. How does it feel to feel that end of the stick with those thick gloves? Like, do you feel the puck when it comes to you?
Yeah, it's a different feeling. You kind of try to keep your head up when you have the puck, but you can definitely feel every little stick handle. Whenever you have the puck, you can feel it. When you're about to shoot, I can feel the momentum in my hands moving. And yeah, you don't really realize how much that goes into it, but I feel everything when I'm out there.
You and a lot of other players take a lot of brutal punishment. What is it like to feel your face pressed against this gnarly glass?
Yeah, it's not fun for sure. You kind of get introduced to it when you're younger. So I think I was about 12 when I started getting hit more often. And I mean, you kind of learn how to take a hit. You learn how to give hits the right way. And it's definitely not fun to get hit or be tackled in the ASU games especially. But you kind of get used to it, and it becomes just part of the game.
Any occasion where you think this is like the worst time you've ever been tackled or taken down before?
Yeah, in juniors I got a couple of sticks to the face, lost my tooth, and broke my nose last game, but it's all part of the game.
What is the feeling of gliding on the ice? You feel like, it looks like you're flying from the stands. What is that feeling of the speed, like pressing against your face, the wind going?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, you definitely feel the wind when you're skating fast, and hearing the fans and hearing the ice crack when you're taking your strides. It's definitely a cool feeling.
So hockey is a very full contact, violent sport. Tell me, how does a hockey player get that fear out of their mind? Because you can't play out on this ice with fear in your mind. How do you get that out?
Yeah, I think it's tough for sure. A lot of it's mental. It's a really big mental game, and when you're playing, you just got to try to control what you can control and put the fear in the back of your head, because you know you're going to get hit, you know you're going to get bumped, but as long as you can just focus on the game, you'll be fine.
So Anthony, while you're skating out here, tell me the feeling of it when everything comes together, when you feel that you might take a shot and you might score. What is that feeling like?
Yeah, I think there's certain times when you know you're going to score and when you know it's just a shot on net, but when I get the puck on my stick and I know it feels right and I know I have a good opportunity to score, it's an amazing feeling. And then especially when it turns out as planned and I score, it's an awesome feeling, especially here in front of our fans.
Yes, and there's another one off the stick and in the net. Arizona takes a 4-0 lead.
We've been speaking to Anthony Cusinelli, captain of the UofA Hockey team. That'll be it with the Wildcat Hockey Report. We'll see you on the ice at the Tucson Arena.
I'm Timothy Gasson. We're here in Columbus, Ohio. That's the site of the 2018 ACHA National Tournament. I'm with the captain of the Arizona Wildcats. This is Orion Olson. And Orion, you've been to this tournament before here in 2016 with the Arizona Wildcats. Let's talk about how important it is to have experience in a national tournament like this. What did you learn about being in a national tournament in 2016 when Arizona came here and won its first game in overtime?
Well, it's all about intensity, to be honest, and just coming ready to play and leaving it all out there, because, you know, it's do or die. So one loss and you're done. So all the hard work you put in throughout the season comes down to this. So it just comes down to performing. I'm with the head coach of the Arizona Wildcats. This is Chad Berman. Coach, this is your fifth ACHA national tournament, your second as the Arizona head coach. Can you just talk about how special it is to get the 20 best college hockey teams from around the nation into one place and watch them all play?
Yeah, it's really special. I mean, the environment, the work you put in for 6 months to get to this point, it's just so different. It's such a great experience for these kids. It's something they'll never forget. You know, the 20 best teams in the country are in one building now and get to play for it, and the hottest team's going to win it. So it's a lot of fun.
You have some ice right now. Practice is just starting here in Columbus, Ohio at the Ice House. This is the practice facility for the NHL Blue Jackets. What do you hope to accomplish in this quick hour here on the ice?
Yeah, you know, just get some pucks moving, get everyone's feet going. Again, we haven't been on the ice for 2 weeks, so we expect to be a little rusty, but hopefully we'll be rusty here and not in the first 10 minutes of the game. So, again, just get our feet moving, get some pucks going, and we'll go from there.
So we've talked a lot about how big of a trip this is for this team to qualify for the national tournament, come all the way from Tucson, Arizona to Columbus, Ohio. Well, all that's done. Tomorrow you get to play a hockey game. Right. You get to play Missouri State. What do the Wildcats have to do? How do you have to play against the Missouri State Bears to come away with a victory in the 2018 national tournament?
Well, they always come out gritty, and they're a tough team to play against, so we just have to do the same, match their intensity, and take it to them.
So, Coach, I'll ask you what I asked to Ryan Olson, the captain of the team, and head coach Chad Berman. What do the Wildcats have to do? How do they have to play in this first game of the tournament tomorrow night against Missouri State in order to come away with the victory?
You know, Missouri State, it's their first time being here, so they're going to be excited. You know, their effort, their compete will be up, so we're going to have to match that and just out-compete them. And, you know, we know how to play the game. Just go out there and have some fun.
You know, it's a lot of work. It's 6 months. It's a grind in a season. These kids, a lot of people just see them on the ice. They don't understand. They're also doing school on the road and the hotels and the flying in and out of hotels. And you know, it's a grind for these kids. So the work they put in over the year, this is their reward. And you know, I'm sure there's going to be nerves the first 5-10 minutes, but you know, at some point they're going to settle in, be able to enjoy this and just enjoy the experience, and just kind of they'll have a moment where they look around. They really get to take it in, and hopefully we have some success and extend that stay.
Could it possibly be any better than to end your college hockey career in the national tournament as the captain of the Arizona Wildcats?
No, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to play and go out with those guys, win or lose. I hope we take it to the end, but I'm going to go out battling with them. I'm excited for it.
Your hockey team, your Arizona Wildcats. Tickets for Arizona hockey are now on sale. Your hockey team, your Arizona Wildcats. Call 791-4101 for tickets now.
Welcome back to University of Arizona Wildcat Hockey. I'm Timothy Gasson. We have one period of play in the books between number 6 Arizona and number 16 Colorado. Arizona with a 1-0 lead over the Colorado Buffalo in a well-played first period, the kind of intensity we expect from two teams trying to gear up for the national tournament. And I'm joined now in the broadcast booth by a University of Colorado broadcaster. This is James Margules, who's traveled with the team here to Tucson. He did some post-game work for us yesterday. He's going to do our Facebook Live look-in here at the end of the second period, and he's going to sit in with me doing color for the second period of play. Welcome to Tucson, Arizona and University of Arizona Hockey, James.
Thank you very much. That first period, it was pretty exciting for both teams. I think Colorado came out a little bit soft. That penalty early hurt them and gave Arizona the quick start and that quick goal. It was a good job by them to really take advantage of the opportunities they got, get on the board early. But for the Buffaloes, I mean, Javelin hit the post once for them. The penalty hurt them, and they're not capitalizing, and that's something that Arizona is doing. So that's really the difference in the game. It's looked pretty even. The energy has been there for both teams.
So, James, what do you think the psychological impact of Colorado not scoring on that two-man advantage? You know, they had a two-man advantage in yesterday's game. They didn't score on it. They didn't score on it today. Arizona has a very potent penalty kill, one of the best in the nation. How do you think that affects the confidence of a squad when you don't score it with a two-man advantage?
Well, on our broadcast going all the way back a couple of years, we've always said if you don't score on a long 5-on-3. So last night they had at least a minute. Tonight they had another minute of 5-on-3 hockey. It's hard to win the game, and you might not necessarily deserve to, because when you're at that big of an advantage, you really have to take advantage of that and try and find the back of the net, and that's something they have not been able to do yesterday or today on the 5-on-3.
So Arizona with 10 shots on goal in the first period. Colorado with 17. Do you get the idea that Coach Ballard said to his squad in the locker room, just keep doing what you're doing. You're getting a lot of pressure in on Anthony Scherro. You're getting a lot of shots on goal. Just keep doing what you're doing. What would you have said to the Colorado Buffalo?
Well, I was actually in the locker room when he was talking to his team, and he actually said we're doing everything on offense except finding the back of the net, which is pretty much true. Was the case last night or yesterday as well. On defense, he said we're just fishing and skating around on defense. That's how they got their only goal. Overall, he was very happy about how they played, but there's just a couple of little things on defense he would like to fix.
And what do you think the attitude of the Buffalo were in the locker room? I sense a lot of intensity from this Buffalo squad. Do they seem pretty zeroed in on this game?
I mean, it's hard when you haven't scored for 3 periods, and I think these are three of the better periods that CU has played this season. So, yeah, I think, or the better 4 periods, I think they played a very good game yesterday, then today, and to not even put up a single goal, that's hard when you're playing like the Buffaloes are.
Timothy Gasson here for the University of Arizona Wildcats. I'm joined in the booth for this second period on color by James Margulies from the University of Colorado. Welcome to Tucson. It's great to have broadcasters from other schools here to share their insights in on their teams. You know, I see Arizona every day. You see the Buffalo every day as the Buffs come in right off the break, but the shot is blocked to the far side boards. You know, Arizona, one thing they've done in these 2 games, I think, James, very well is they're blocking a lot of shots. There are a lot of shots that just aren't getting to Anthony Scherro.
Yeah, you're really seeing players lay out, and that's something that it has given them a huge advantage.
Manny Rowe with the puck behind his own goaltender, taken away by Trace Jablin. And as you said, as the shot comes in, that's a nice save there by Anthony Scherro. I think that puck may have changed directions, went right down between the pillows. Scherro makes the save. And we got a little bit of talking here. You can tell, after the whistle, you can tell that there is intensity between these 2 squads. Now, tell me, James, for Colorado home games, does Coach Ballard like to use the 2 referee system or the 1 referee system? Coach Berman here thinks you get a more consistent game at this level of hockey by having only 1 referee and 2 linesmen. But that means that the referee doesn't see a lot of stuff after the whistle, behind the play. What kind of referee system do you run at home games at Colorado?
Coach Ballard likes to go with 1 as well, but it does get chirpy. Definitely, the Buffaloes are known for that. So a lot of times it's hard for the refs to keep it under control.
Josh Larson with the puck, now coming up with Stalyuth. It's almost a 2-on-1, but it didn't quite develop fast enough. Ben Jones kind of sends in a pop fly in on Jake Cerullo, who makes the easy save, and we'll have a face-off just underway here in the second period of play. 1 minute and 10 seconds into the period. Arizona with a 1-0 lead over number 16, Colorado. And James, let's talk a little bit about how the 11-11-2 record for Colorado is really misleading. The Buffs had been coming off a 6-game win streak until they lost yesterday to Arizona. They've played much, much better here in the second semester of play.
Yeah, it's a young team, and they really weren't gelling all that well earlier this season. A lot of new players trying to work into the system, so it definitely took some time. But now that they're gelling and really working together, they've looked a lot better.
Puck almost comes right out in front of Cerullo, but it's set up near side boards, and now out to center ice. It's David Mitchell with it, sending it wide of the net. Pinballs around in the slot and heads wide. It's Ryan
McAuliffe, correct.
with the puck. Out to Josh Larson now for Arizona. Oh, he sidesteps a high stick there, but I think he took something to his jaw there. He heads to the bench. The puck comes down for an icing on the Buffs. So, James, tell us a little bit about yourself. You're a student at the University of Colorado. What year are you, and what is it that you hope to study at the University of Colorado?
So right now I'm in the Journalism and Broadcasting program, the CMCI. I'm only a freshman there, so I have a lot of time ahead of me. And I'm excited. I mean, at Colorado, you're a big fish in a small pond, so there are a lot of cool opportunities.
Fabulous. Well, it's great to have you here on our broadcast at the University of Arizona. Just a freshman. We hope you keep coming back to Tucson.
Thank you for having me on here.
And seeing what we do here is Cat's coming over the line, and boy, Bailey Marshall was getting ready to blast one, but he was offside. So the faceoff will come out the zone. We're just underway, 2:23 gone in the first period, and the Buffaloes are going to get another opportunity here with the man advantage. Looks like Justin Dungy has gone to the box for a high stick. So yet another opportunity, James, for the Buffalo. Boy, I lost count of the number of power play opportunities they had in yesterday's game. You get the idea if they can just pop one or two of these in, the floodgate could open for them. They just haven't had a lot of success on the power play.
Trey Decker, 2 minutes for high sticking. Time of that penalty, 2 minutes, 33 seconds in the second period.
Well, they announced Trey Decker. I thought it was 26 in the box, not 25. As the Buffs go on the power play, send the shot in. That's a shot and a goal. Looks like it deflected off of Shuro. We'll have to see if that changed direction inside from the high point. I think it just deflected off and beat Shuro, so we're all tied up 1-1 early in the second period. And as I said, James, success on the power play, especially early in a period like that, you got to believe that that's going to boost the spirits on that Buffs bench.
Yeah, and they're third in the WCHL in power play percentage, and they didn't take advantage very much yesterday, or at all yesterday, of the power play, and they finally were able to today.
So we're all tied up early in the second period.
Scored by number 2, Joe Kinsella. The assist goes to number 13, Chris Doyle. That's Kinsella from Doyle. Time of the Buffaloes' power play goal, 2 minutes, 53 seconds in the second period.
Kinsella with the goals. The Buffs come right back in over the line. Kinsella, one of the top scorers for the Buffaloes, currently third in scoring. And you call his name a lot. He seems to find the puck a lot. Well, he found the back of the net there and ties this one up 1-1 with Arizona. Now 3.5 minutes into the second period as Vale Artizone sends it up to Marshall. Marshall tries to throw it into the slot, but there's no one there. Here come back the Buffs. That's Connor Sullivan with the puck. Now over the blue line, sends it in. Oh, and Shuro kicked that up, tipped it away with the stick into the corner, but the Buffs retain possession of the puck, send it out to the far point, now to the near side, send it down low. I don't know if Shuro saw where that puck was going, but it was a high riser, kept in the zone by the Buffalo. Arizona needs to dig for it and get it out. Here's Bailey Marshall sending it to the far side where Cam Armstrong goes for it, along with Bailey Marshall and Connor Sullivan for the Buffaloes. Sullivan goes down. He's back up. He's okay. Vale Artizone did not get that puck out of the zone, and it goes back to the point. Arizona running around here a little bit, but a good block there by Dawson Marshall relieves the pressure. 4.5 minutes into the second period. We're all tied up 1-1. Exactly the kind of hockey game, James, that I was expecting. You can feel playoff kind of intensity here today.
Definitely.
Ethan Stahlu scores! Ethan Stahlu breaks in. I didn't know that he had the puck, but Ethan Stahlu somehow had that puck on his stick, and it's behind Cirillo. Arizona with a 2-1 lead. A burst of speed from Ethan Stahlu. I didn't think he actually had possession of that puck, James, but somehow he got enough on it to beat Cirillo.
Well, it all started from what we were talking about earlier, the block shots and the block passes, and they blocked a good centering pass by the Buffaloes that would have given the Buffs a good opportunity of scoring, but then they were able to turn that into their own goals. They took it the other way, and Cirillo just got beat by the 5-hole there.
18, Ethan Stahlu.
Cirillo just got beat in the 5-hole.
Unassisted. Time of your Wildcat goal, 4 minutes, 49 seconds in the second period.
He shoots, he scores, and Anthony Shuro makes a nice save there. Arizona takes a 2-1 lead. I wasn't sure that Stahlu really had good possession of that puck. He somehow found the handle just in time to tuck that in behind Cirillo, and it kind of shows what Arizona wants to do. They want to use their speed and get up ice and put pressure on the Buffalo. And as you said, blocked shots are a great friend to a team that wants to rush up the ice. Looked like the Buffaloes had some good pressure going on there. It turns the other way to a big goal for the Arizona Wildcats.
Well, that's what the games kind of felt like. The games have kind of felt like the past couple days for the Buffaloes and for Arizona.
These are tense tournament-like games here between a very disciplined Colorado squad and an Arizona squad trying to learn how to become a champion. As Cully Olson sends the puck behind Cirillo. You were saying, James, that as it looks like icing is going to be called off there, and a nice save by Shuro. I think the Cats may have thought that an ice was going to be called there and held up for just a second, but Shuro makes the save. Play continues on. Now we've got a delayed offside on the Buffs. They have to clear the zone. They get back on side. Arizona with the puck. Sends it up to center ice. Ooh, and there's a Cat taken hard into the boards. No call. Play continues on. And here come the Buffs again. Ben Jones blocking that shot. Shuro playing his angle well, but the Buffs have the puck, and it goes off the shoulder or mid of Shuro. Vail Artizone now with the puck for Arizona. He sends it up and down the ice, and the Cats chase for it.
Well, that last save by Shuro will definitely go unrecognized, but a great shot there as Javelin turned around and fired it on net quickly.
Artizone tries to send it in front, but Cirillo calmly sends that away, and the Buffs have iced the puck. 12:59 to go in the second period. Arizona has regained the lead 2-1. Timothy Gasson here with James Margules from the University of Colorado. Now tell me, James, the game Thursday night against Arizona State. What did Colorado do differently against Arizona State, or what did Arizona State do differently? How was that game different than the games here in Tucson against the University of Arizona?
Well, I don't really like to say it, but I just think Arizona's a better team than Arizona State. Colorado's played the two teams very similarly, and they just haven't been able to take advantage of their opportunities as much in these past two games. But they've really been playing a couple of similar games. They like to stick to their game plan, and that's what they've been doing.
Yeah, it seems that Colorado has a very disciplined style that they play. And it seems like they're just built for low-scoring, tight games. Plays back on. Bailey Marshall digs for it there for Arizona. Anthony Cusinelli sent that right through the slot. Back to Keelan Ulnick at the high point. That puck goes wide. The Buffs come back the other way. Connor Sullivan with the puck. Now over to Reed Gregory. Sends it down deep, and Chris Wesson will dig for it there. We got a whistle.
Well, it's an awfully nice weather change coming here. I mean, it was cold and snowy in Colorado when we left, and now it's sunny and 70-something degrees here.
And in the summer, James, we say the same thing about going to the Rocky Mountains and getting out of the intense heat here. But yeah, you can't beat January and February in Tucson, Arizona. That's for darn sure. I mean, unless you like skiing, I prefer wearing shirts and a T-shirt. As the Cats break in 2-on-1, and almost a nice backdoor move there for Josh Larson, but the puck was a little bit wide. Comes back to Cirillo. He makes the save. And that's another fun thing for teams to come to Tucson, Arizona in the winter to play at the Tucson Arena. First of all, I don't know of any venue in the ACHA that's like this. We have 6,700 seat arena, has a big game atmosphere. The weather's usually beautiful here, and when you got teams from cold weather kind of places, it just has a vacation feel to it. But then you have to play a really good University of Arizona Wildcats hockey squad as well.
Yep. And it really is a really nice arena here, and something that is definitely unique to Arizona and that makes players want to come here.
Yeah, I really like this venue. I mean, I've been watching University of Arizona Wildcat hockey here for more than 30 years, and it's a really special venue. I like the size of it, the feel of it. It's been modernized recently as the puck comes right out in the slot to Timothy Murphy, but Arizona comes away with it. Josh Larson able to chip it down the ice. And when there's big games here and big crowds, this is a nice crowd for an afternoon crowd, but you know, in the evening games, we get larger crowds here, and it just really has a great college hockey atmosphere. So it's something we're very proud of here at the University of Arizona. So we have 11:22 to go in the second period. Arizona nursing that 1-goal lead against Colorado. Jerome Newhouse in on the faceoff for the Buffs. Won by Arizona. Hole with the puck behind the net. Sends it up the far side. But Colorado comes away with it. Oh, there's a shot that just squirts wide. Colorado has had its opportunities. Boy, they had a lot of opportunities in yesterday's game. James, they had to be scratching their head wondering where the goals were because Anthony Shuro stoned them again and again.
Opportunities, but not capitalizing. I think that's the story for the Buffaloes yesterday, and so far today they've been able to capitalize once, but that's all.
Well, you get the idea that 2 goals isn't going to win a game like this. We have a lot of hockey to go. As the Buffs break in over the line again, there's a nice backhander that goes wide and high. Hitting, picking up here. Arizona has to keep its discipline. You could tell the Buffs got under their skin several times yesterday and spent a bit of a time in a parade to the penalty box. Arizona has to avoid that today.
And that's something that the Buffaloes can do really well. You see it at home a lot too, but they definitely get under the skins. They're definitely a chirpier team, and they do their fair share of talking.
Yeah, Arizona has to, you know, and that's a good preview for a tournament action too, where teams are going to try to get under your best scorer's skin. They're going to try to draw penalties. You got to be smart enough not to take that kind of bait. Now, that's easy for us to say up here in the broadcast booth. We're not getting a stick in our chops and stuff like that. It's really difficult, especially if you think you might get away with it. If there's one referee and he's heading down the ice, now I can get away with just giving him a butt end or something. The whistle goes, you're in the box, you lose the game in a playoff because of something like that. That's the kind of stuff that young hockey players have to learn as play continues on, and that puck just squirted wide again of the goal, and now heads out of play. We'll have another face-off. 10:01 to go in the second. We're almost halfway home in this one. Arizona leading 2-1.
So the Buffaloes, I think on the year, I think there are 3-8 on the road, right around there. But this is my first time this year traveling with the team, and you really don't notice the difference of traveling and how much it can affect a team till you actually travel with them. I was on the sleeper bus with them. There's 3 rows of beds on stacked on top of each other, so it's an interesting night's sleep when you have a 15-hour drive in.
Wow.
But it also makes for really good bonding, and this Colorado hockey team is probably the closest and most well-knit Colorado sports team throughout the entire university.
Well, and if you've ever had the opportunity to travel with the hockey team, first of all, I'm a little prejudiced. Hockey players are the best guys. Hockey players are the best guys. And you really get a sense of the brotherhood that a hockey team has when you travel with them. But you're bringing up a really interesting point, James, and that's Arizona got to sleep in their own beds these last couple nights. Colorado had to come all the way from Boulder, play Thursday night. And let's talk about the difficulty of playing 3 games in 3 days. Now, they don't do this at the NCAA or at the professional level. This is an ACHA thing. And I think it's incredibly difficult as Shuro closes his mid on that puck and we'll have a face-off. This is really difficult physically to play your 3rd game in 3 days. I mean, these college hockey players are in great shape, of course, but the physical challenge of playing 3 league games in 3 nights is a really incredible challenge.
It is really hard, and Kyle Cagnani is not playing this game. I mean, maybe he's day-to-day right now. Maybe if there was another day or 2 in between this 3rd game, he'll be out there and could be the difference maker in the Buffs winning or losing.
Yeah.
So it definitely is taxing whether you get injured or not, or whether you're just out there on the ice, because you're absorbing some huge hits and handing out some big hits as well.
Well, and you wonder about, the conditioning going into training camp and that you do over the summer and all that hard work. Well, guess what? It shows up here in this 3rd game in 3 days. Deep in the 3rd period, you have a 1-goal lead. Are you going to be able to get to that puck and get it out of your zone? the challenge for that third game in 3 days. Now for Arizona, the challenge was even greater because, and for Colorado, because we each had Thursday night games. The puck comes in on Sherry, makes the save. But the Friday game was a 1 o'clock start. So both teams played Thursday evening and then had to be back and ready to play at 1 o'clock Friday afternoon. That's a difficult thing for a hockey team to do. At least there was 24 hours now between these two games. But just we see how great these conditioning that these athletes are. But this is an incredible challenge for both teams.
At least for Colorado, they don't typically play 1 o'clock on Friday games, at least. And most of the time, they don't play day games at all. So something new for them, and I'm sure Arizona as well, something that doesn't happen as often as night games.
Yeah, we try to avoid those afternoon games, but because of scheduling, we had to play them, which was a real shame because Friday at 1 p.m., difficult to get the usual Arizona crowd here as the shot goes off the blocker of Shuro. Nice save there, and Arizona's going to come back the other way off of it. Oh, almost a 2-on-1 developed there for Arizona, but the puck just didn't go their way because with two good hockey teams and a lot on the line, we would have had a huge crowd on Friday night for that game. That's why I'm gratified that we have such a nice crowd here as the puck is loose. That's in the net. That's in the net. Boy, Arizona could not find that loose puck in the crease, and it gets slapped home. We're all tied up again. Good things happen, James, when you get the puck to the net and you just stick at it.
And that's what we're finally starting to see. We're finally starting to see stuff go Colorado's way a little bit more. Last night or yesterday, they outshot Arizona 38-24, which is an astronomical difference. And so now we're starting to see stuff kind of even out a little bit more as it's 2-2 now.
Yeah, too much standing around in front of their goaltender. Anthony Shuro could only do so much. Colorado's stuck with it and sends that one home, and we're all tied 2-2. Here with 7:40 to go, Anthony Cusinelli over the line with his toe drag move. Nice save there by Cirillo.
Great toe drag there. That was nice.
Yeah, Anthony, that's one of Anthony Cusinelli's trademark moves, his little toe drag. You know, just changing the angle of that shot and the moment of when he takes that shot just to get the goaltender just to move just a little bit off his mark. But Cirillo really played that well. Cats win the faceoff.
Number 12, Cole Mackey. Give the assist to number 19, Max Lerman, and number 17, Ryan McAuliffe. That's Mackey from Lerman and McAuliffe. Time of the Buffalo's goal, 12 minutes, 11 seconds in the second period.
So Cole Mackey with the goal for Colorado, and we're all even at 2. Good effort goal there for the Buffalo, who've got to be feeling more and more confident on the road here in this third game in 3 days. Their second in a row against Arizona. It was 2-1 for Arizona yesterday, but we're already 2-2 here with 7 minutes to go in the second period. Now we got to see if the Arizona Wildcats have that mental energy to respond to the Buffs. All tied up 2-2. I can just tell this Colorado team, as Anthony Cusinelli was almost sent in all alone on a breakaway, but the puck just kind of bounced away off of his stick. You can just tell that this Colorado squad is built for tough, low-scoring games.
And that's what Eric Ballard's made him to. That's what he's coached them into, and he's done a great job with this program the last few years. But I think he's a lot about mental toughness, and that's something that this Colorado team will show through adversity. And it's something that they're starting to become known for. And on another hand there, I mean, Arizona almost just had a great opportunity, almost a 1-on-0 opportunity to score. And Colorado's lucky they're not losing this game right now.
Well, Anthony Cusinelli, if you give him that puck on his stick, he will score. Here come the Cats in 2-on-1, but again, the puck just kind of slips away. You were talking about the bounces not going Colorado's way yesterday. Well, they have kind of started to bounce away from Arizona here a little bit in the second period. They got to make their own luck, though. A lot of hockey to go, tie game, 2-2. 5:55 to go in the second period.
I think this is the game we are both kind of expecting out of these two teams. Pretty evenly matched, stuff going both teams' ways. physical, and we're getting a little bit of all of that.
Yeah, this is a good Colorado Buffalo team we're seeing here. That's why I was saying, when you look at their record, it's very misleading. It's amazing how different ACHA hockey teams can be from one semester to another. Last year, Arizona, if they had gone to the national tournament at the end of the first semester, would have gone deep in that tournament. They were much better in the first semester than the second. Some teams really come on in the second semester. The Buffaloes are one of those. So Arizona gets the puck to Ben Jones at the near point. He sends it down low. Now it comes out. Cats have to dig for it there. That's a hustling Reed Gregory in for the Buffs there. Sends it back to the point. Kept in the zone by the Buffs. They shovel it down low. Can Arizona get a stick on it? They do. And they get it out to center ice. 4:50 to go in the second. All tied up 2-2.
Well, a couple times now we've seen Arizona kind of get lazy, chasing the puck back into their own defensive end. They're right there with Reed Gregory, who beat them, and earlier was Chris Doyle.
Yeah, that's going to open their eyes because Gregory, he just kept grinding there. As Vail Artizone comes over the line, the freshman had a hat trick just last week, really skating well here. Get the idea that maybe he doesn't consider himself a freshman anymore. Cats have to be careful here about giving up the puck at their own blue line. Here comes back the Buffs, 2-on-2. That's Max Lerman sending it behind the net, but Arizona sends it up the near side boards and now out to center ice. You get the idea which team makes a mistake here. Boy, as a couple players get wrapped up there, nothing called. Play continues on. Which team makes a mistake? Which team takes a dumb penalty here? As here comes a Buff breaking in and gets a shot that just goes wide. Timothy Murphy was just bothered enough there. Here comes Vail Artizone, but he's at the end of his shift and he's out of gas.
Well, Murphy, someone who didn't play at all first semester, has really worked his way into this team nicely. And the players were talking about him the other day, and they just said he fits in perfectly with the style of hockey we play and his personality off the ice as well. So he's definitely a favorite of all the players, and they're happy that he's with the team now.
It's amazing how the addition of just one or two players can change the complexion of a team. So Timothy Murphy had a nice chance there, but some good defense just bothered him enough. He couldn't get the shot off how he wanted. Now down to the last 3:10 of the period. In just about a minute here, James Margulies is going to head down to ice level, head on over to the University of Arizona Wildcats Facebook, hockey Facebook page. James will talk to Coach Berman about the game so far. And we want to thank James for joining our broadcast here for the second period. It's been a pleasure to have you here with us, James, and we hope you come back to Tucson and visit us again.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. I really enjoyed it. And I hope to see you guys again in the future and be back here. And maybe one of these days you guys can come out to Colorado.
Thank you very much, James. So head on over to the Facebook page for James and his live Facebook interview. But that's in 2 minutes and 28 seconds of game time. We're tied 2-2 here at the Tucson Arena. Hard-fought game, and you just know, oh, there's another tussle behind the play with Anthony Cusinelli. And it's going to be a delayed penalty on Arizona. I think Anthony Cusinelli may have taken another penalty here. We've got a cross-checking call. No, it's another cross-checking on Anthony Cusinelli. He had a cross-checking call yesterday. Very uncharacteristic of Anthony Cusinelli. He's back in the box. He's going to be very upset with himself. One of the quietest, most humble hockey players, one of the most talented hockey players for the Arizona Wildcats. So that's a cross-checking penalty. And so for the remainder of the second period, almost the remainder, it'll be like a 5-second differential. The Buffs will have a man advantage. Critical part of this game now for the University of Arizona. We're tied 2-2. You don't want to give up a goal in the last couple minutes of the period. The puck goes high and wide and out of play. Off the blocker of Anthony Shuro. Nice crowd here for an afternoon game at the University of Arizona at the Tucson Arena. for Tucson's hometown hockey team. That's right, there's only one, the University of Arizona Wildcats. Their number 6 Wildcats are in a tussle here with the Buffalo, all tied up 2-2. A very good Colorado Buffalo team here. This is a great dress rehearsal for tournament play for both teams. If Arizona wants to win the WCHL championship, they've got to be able to win a game like this against a very determined opponent. Right now, Colorado looking very confident, and they're on the power play with the man advantage. Shot comes in, and Manny Rose able to block it and send it down the ice. Good PK for Arizona, but they did let in a power play goal against the Buffs today. Got to be careful about being too aggressive on the PK as the puck comes right. Tried to go right to the center of the ice, but ends up in the far corner. Less than a minute to go in the second period now. We're all tied up 2-2. Manny Rowe, can he get his stick on it? He kicks it. Oh, he doesn't get the puck out. It does come out to center ice. There's Dawson Marshall with the puck coming in 1-on-2 now. He just wants to rag some time, and he sends it in on Cerullo. Makes the easy save. There's a long stretch pass. Keelan Ulnick needs to get back over. And there's a great poke check there by Arizona to get that puck out of the zone. Now 30 seconds to go in the second period, 20 seconds to go. On the man advantage, can Arizona kill this penalty? They get the puck and they get it down the ice. 10 seconds to go on the penalty, 16 seconds to go in the period. 5 seconds to go on the man advantage. Looks like Arizona is going to be able to escape here, but the Buffs are over the zone and they get a shot and a rebound, and it goes wide. Nice save there by Shuro. 1 second, 2 seconds. That's going to be it for the second period of play. We're all tied up 2-2 between number 6 Arizona.
Colorado with 20, Arizona with 5.
Wow, Colorado with 20 shots on goal in that period. Arizona with just 5. That shows you the kind of intensity the Colorado Buffalo are bringing to this game, but we're all tied up 2-2. Wow, a whale of a hockey game on a Saturday afternoon here, and it sets up to be a great third period of play between two very talented hockey teams here. We're tied 2-2. I'm going to go get my Tums ready for what's going to be probably a exciting, nail-biting third period. Coach Berman not happy with the officiating at all. He went over to the ref and demonstrated what several different penalties are. The referee's coming over and talking to the timekeeper, the official scorer there. We'll have to see if some penalties were added here at the 20-minute mark, or if some penalties were changed. The referee went right over to the scorekeeper after Coach Berman talked to him. We'll have to see if there's an additional penalty here on Arizona to start the third period, or if they were just discussing some of the calls. Coach Berman was very animated there. He's over on our Facebook page now with James Margules from the University of Colorado broadcasting team, who's joined our broadcast for today. So we'll have the third period of play for you in just a few moments. Until then, here are some highlights and interviews and everything to do with the Wildcats, because you are watching University of Arizona Wildcats Hockey.
Wildcat Hockey regresa a Tucson y tú puedes ahorrarte hasta 20% en boletos con los nuevos paquetes de FlexPack.
Your Arizona Wildcats.
Un acceso de 6 a 12 juegos esta temporada de los Gatos. Boletos disponibles en Tucson Convention Center o llamando el 791-4101. Apoya a su equipo esta temporada con FlexPack. Para más información visite ArizonaWildcatHockey.org.
Now Tom's going to have a chance to visit with the head coach of the University of Arizona Wildcats, Chad Berman. So Tom, take it away.
Joined right now by Chad Berman, talking a little UofA hockey right now. And Chad, you're at a point in the season here. You're really into the stretch run. Playoffs are looming here. Talk to us about where you feel your team's at right now.
We're down a couple numbers, so we're gonna adjust for that as we go. So there'll be some different combinations, especially on the back end. But when you take like a month off for holiday break, and I think it's important they get that, but it really becomes 2 different seasons. So for us, it's a reset. We kind of had to clean up on some of the details. We had to go through some struggles last weekend against Grand Canyon, and that's why you schedule those games to get ready for this one. Very good opponent coming in, very fast. Somebody we've been looking forward to playing for a long time here.
Well, I mean, last weekend was really Jekyll and Hyde for you guys. I mean, first night Grand Canyon comes out with a win. Second night, I mean, it was all UofA all the time.
Yeah, we didn't compete Friday, and for whatever reason we didn't. We paid for it a bit Monday, but the lesson here is that we're a program trying to go from good to great, and that means it's got to be every single day.
Talk, if you will, at this point of the season, I imagine, well, your team's more of a known commodity at this point. Any guys who maybe surprised you or guys who have really stepped up?
Not particularly. I mean, I think a lot of people are noticing Chero finally, but we knew what we had even last year, and we knew that with more consistent play this year, he'd thrive, and he's been excellent. He certainly can cover up a lot, especially with some of the shortcomings we maybe have on D with some bodies out. I think we've excelled because of our culture. We got a group in there that shows up to the rink expecting to win, that's willing to put in the work, that wants to win, that wants to succeed, that wants to do the extra details. So I think it took this long to get that far, so it's a pleasant surprise that we're at this point, and certainly a lot more fun to come to work.
Not only, I mean, your goaltending has been good this year, and so as you're rounding into form here, a very good UNLV team this weekend, but even beyond that, down the stretch run, what is the focus for this team?
Yeah, I would say this next 5-game stretch is probably the biggest 5 games I've had since I've been here. UNLV is a very fast, very very skilled team. We want to finish our hits. We want to make sure to take that time and space away. We spent a lot of time this week in clogging up the neutral zone, and we think that can be critical to creating our transition game and throwing our speed back at them. It should be exciting. And then obviously next weekend, I think Oklahoma. Last time we saw them, they took it to us pretty good, and that's the only team, only Division I team to put up 4 or more goals. So we're looking forward to that opportunity, and if we could take care of business there, we've got a chance to play for a conference championship here at home, and so a heck of a lot to look forward to.
Well, that seems like the schedule kind of lines up perfect for you. If you need a motivation, it's right there in front of you.
Yeah, well, I don't think we need motivation. I mean, somebody said to me, how do you handle the pressure being a top 10? Geez, I've been here when we were, knew we were out of the tournament this time, and I'll take pressure all day. It's exciting to come to the rink. It's exciting to watch scores now, and we've earned the right to do that. Now it's about us. At the end of the day, it's about us. We want to be heavy on the forecheck, make sure we're supporting the puck all over the ice, and staying within our structure.
And just for a moment, the greater look at the program here, the big picture, if you will. This is a program that now, hey, you're not out of the tournament. You are competing right now to try to host that on home ice. I mean, talk about what that means just for the growth of hockey here.
Yeah, I think, when you get to that tournament, at the end of the day, I've always felt like the ranking doesn't mean a ton. I mean, I think you want to get home ice if you can, so you can get that last change. But you never know who you're going to match up against. It's really about how you're playing going into that. But from a budget standpoint of getting that extra day off, I think that matters. I'll give you a great example. Last year, I've heard a lot of people say, well, Illinois in the national championship game lost 8-1 to Adrian. Everybody's like, oh, how did Illinois even make it that far? What people don't understand is the national champions are typically the top 5 team because they get that extra day off. And what you saw there was Illinois is playing great hockey, but it was taxing on them to play that extra game that Adrian didn't. And that was the difference. So we want to make sure we're earning the right to get the last change, earning the right to get that extra day. And it's one day, one shift, one game at a time here. And obviously a big opportunity with number 13 in our building.
Chad, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We need you. We need you.
We need you to support Wildcat hockey.
The Wildcats are back in action, and it's time to show your U of A pride at the TCC Arena. Please call for tickets or come to the TCC box office. U of A hockey is affordable and fun for the entire family.
We need you.
We need you.
We need you to support U of A Wildcat hockey.
I'm Timothy Gasson. They call me the AZ Puck Man. I've been following hockey at the University of Arizona for more than 30 years. And this is my Wildcat Hockey Report.
On this Wildcat Hockey Report, we're going to talk about goaltending, and we're going to start with this guy. This is the goaltending coach for the University of Arizona, Shane Fossell. Coach Fossell, where should we start with goaltenders?
Well, Tim, why don't we go in the locker room and see how the boys put their gear on?
Do you get nervous before a game?
Yeah, I think it's always good to have a little nerves. Nothing crazy though. I mean, once you get too nervous, I mean, it can affect your game, but a little nerve before game time help get you focused, help get you ready.
What causes a goaltender suddenly to go on a winning streak? Is it confidence? Is it their skills coming together? Is it all of that all at once? What makes a goaltender go on a hot streak?
Yeah, I think it's everything put together. Everything just starts to come together at the right time. I think they start tracking the puck well. It starts looking much bigger than a puck. It starts to look like a basketball to you as a goalie, and you just feel confident. You know that you're going to make that save.
What's the most difficult thing for a goaltender's coach to explain to a goaltender?
I think just how to get yourself mentally prepared for each game and how to stay in that zone and stay positive. And every goalie is different, and they're going to prepare differently, and just understanding what works for one goalie versus another.
Is there anything like making that big save right at the moment that you actually really in a game you know it's a big save? Is it for a goaltender, is there anything better than that?
That's why you play the position. That's why you play the sport, is to make those big saves.
It's time for another Arizona Wildcat Hockey, This or That.
Escargot or caviar?
Caviar.
Caviar.
Because I don't know what the other one is.
Yep. Escargot.
I don't know what escargot is, so caviar.
Do you know what caviar is?
Not really.
I'm going to go caviar because I don't know what the other one is.
None of the above.
None of the above?
Yeah.
Do you know what they are?
Not particular, but it just doesn't sound like something I'd eat. Sounds like raw something.
Yeah, escargot is snail.
Oh.
So it's slap shot or goon?
Slap shot.
Slap shot.
Goon. Slap shot.
Slap shot. Yeah, 100% slap shot.
Slap shot.
Slap shot.
Underwear or commando?
Let's go underwear.
I'll go underwear.
Commando.
Commando. I'll give it to you.
Commando. Commando. I definitely agree on that too. I'll do underwear.
I think it's safe play to go underwear. Your hockey team, your Arizona Wildcats. Tickets for Arizona hockey are now on sale. Your hockey team, your Arizona Wildcats. Call 791-4101 for tickets now. Welcome back to University of Arizona Wildcats hockey.
I'm Timothy Gasson, and I'll be bringing you the third period of play from the Tucson Arena, where the number 6 Arizona Wildcats are tied up with the number 16 Colorado Buffalo in a really good college hockey game. Goals by Ethan Stalyuth and Bailey Marshall for Arizona. Cole Mackey and Joe Kinsella for the Colorado Buffalo. It's all going to come down to this third period. This is exactly the kind of game that I was expecting today from these Buffalo. They need a win over a top 10 team to help propel them and cement their way in the ACHA tournament. Arizona's magic number is 2 wins. They have 2 more WCHL games after today, and including today, that's 3. They win 2 of them, they're guaranteed the WCHL crown no matter what other teams in the league do. Of course, if Central Oklahoma were to lose another game, that would lower Arizona's magic number. But I don't anticipate that happening. Arizona is going to have to win 2 out of 3, I'm going to guess, to win the WCHL championship. Well, they can cut that number in half tonight if they win. So let's take a look at the rankings here, with Colorado in at number 16. Oklahoma also from the WCHL at 15. Missouri State from the WCHL. Nevada, Las Vegas, a team not in the league, but one that split here at Arizona at number 10, and I think they're going to be a contender in the national tournament, a very good hockey team. Central Oklahoma at number 7, right behind Arizona, just 1 game behind Arizona in the WCHL standings. Arizona at number 6, and then that top 5 of Ohio, Iowa State, Adrian, Michigan, Dearborn, and Lindenwood. Those are very, very good hockey teams. Lindenwood's odds-on favorite in the national tournament. And a big round of boos welcomes the Colorado Buffalo back for the third period. Nice big crowd here at the Tucson Arena for this Saturday afternoon game. But that was a look at the national rankings as they appear this week. New ranking period comes out on Wednesday. If Arizona wants to keep that number 6 position or possibly move into one of those top 5 slots, well, they're going to have to win this game here today. As we said, razor thin between number 6 and number 12 right now in the computer rankings of the ACHA. Well, Arizona's at home. Wow, and listen to the crowd. Look at the crowd go nuts for the Wildcats and this nice big crowd here at the Tucson Arena. As we get ready for the third period of play, they want to help their Wildcats with a home ice advantage on this Saturday afternoon. 1 period to go. We're all tied up 2-2. Which team stays out of the box? Which team makes the critical error? Which goaltender makes the big save? This is playoff style hockey. I think Colorado is underranked at number 16. Does Arizona deserve its number 6 ranking? Well, they proved Thursday night they did. They proved yesterday they did. Well, we have 1 more period of play to go, and the puck is down as Arizona's going to move from left to right for this third period. The Buffaloes from right to left. Keelan Olnick goes back for the puck there, with Luke Carter chasing. Coach Berman was very animated at the end of that second period. This is playoff-like hockey. The puck comes in and Bailey Marshall cuts it off. Chips it high into the air, and Chris Wessling goes for it there. He's onside. Over Cusinelli's stick. Anthony Cusinelli wants to do something positive. He's been in the box for Arizona. We're used to seeing him on the scoring sheet for Arizona. Josh Larson takes a tumble. No harm, and we continue on. So a shot that goes high and wide from Ben Hull of the Buffalo. Cats send it up the near side boards. Regain possession and chip it off the glass into center ice. Ethan Staluth with the puck. Over the line with it. Ooh, he sends a little floating backhander. That goes wide. Just underway here in the third period. All tied up. You can hear the tension in this crowd too. As a big hit by Ben Jones behind Anthony Shuro. Hull back over the blue line. Sends it down low. Cats are going to go for a change here, and Buffs are going to try to come with some speed. No, they just dish it to center ice. Where Justin Dungy has it. Back to Dungy on the near side. Heads to center ice. Over the red line. Over the blue line. Ooh, he centers it. That's a very dangerous play as it just goes over the stick of Jake Dickinson. He had a tap in there for a lead goal, and it just went over his stick. Great opportunity early in this third period. As we're 2:20 into this first period, or I'm sorry, the third period, into this final period, all tied up 2-2. We do have overtime in college hockey and a shootout if needed. But Arizona wants all 3 league points for a regulation victory. Don't want to share any points with any other league opponent and help Central Oklahoma, who's in second place, edge closer to them right now. A 3-point lead. That's what you get for a regulation win in the WCHL. If it goes to overtime, you start to divvy those points up. One for either team making it to overtime, and then the third point for the eventual winner. Now as the puck comes in, and that's going to be an icing on Colorado.
Hey folks, here is our winner for tonight's Chuck-a-Puck.
Now for the computer rankings, an overtime game just goes down as a tie, and the winner or the loser doesn't go into the rankings. But for the WCHL rankings, or standings rather, that all important overtime extra point. So important if Arizona wants to win its first WCHL championship. Of course, Arizona has won other conferences. They've been in other conferences before. They just haven't won the WCHL. I think the first conference I remember from my decades past in Arizona hockey was the Rocky Mountain Hockey Association that also had Colorado in it. And here come the Buffs. Kyle Cato with the puck, sends it up, chases it. Hull goes for it there, sends it up the near side boards. Comes out to center ice. Now Charlie James sending it wide to Dawson Marshall, brother of Bailey Marshall. And here's going to be a penalty, and this one's going to be on the Buffs. And you know, the Buffs have had so many opportunities, 5 power plays to Arizona's 1 so far. But that's going to tip back slightly more even because Silas Kalin is heading to the box, and Arizona will have a power play opportunity here. A 2-minute minor on Kalin. 16:10 to go in the third period.
Number 15, Silas Kalyan. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of that penalty, 3 minutes, 50 seconds in the third period. And gives your Wildcats a Hogan Transportation power play!
Chris Westland almost put Arizona ahead, and now Bailey Marshall couldn't quite get the shot off that he wanted, but a nice save there by Cirillo. 2 good scoring opportunities by Arizona. Boy, Chris Westland almost had that open net with the puck on his stick. Now a good save there by Cirillo. 142 to go on the man advantage. Ben Jones sends it in. An Arizona player, Chris Westland, was just kind of manhandled in the slot there, but no call. Play continues on. Bailey Marshall with the puck now to Westland. Marshall with the puck, doesn't have any room. He needs room to operate, and he's just taken down. Where's the call there? That's an incredible missed call there. Nice pass, a beautiful setup, but Cirillo makes the save. Bailey Marshall with the puck, and he takes a shot at the goal! Bailey Marshall sends it over to Chris Westland. What a pass over to Westland. Cirillo was down and out, and Westland makes sure of that shot, lifts it up into the net. Wow, that's after Bailey Marshall was thrown to the ice. Should have been another penalty. It wasn't called. Marshall keeps his head, finds the puck, could have taken the shot, but moved that puck over to Westland in the absolute perfect backdoor shooting area. Westland lifts that puck. Arizona takes a 3-2 lead.
Goal, give it to number 12, Chris Westland. The assist goes to number 11, Bailey Marshall. That's Westland from Marshall. Time of your Wildcat power play goal. 4 minutes, 36 seconds in the third period.
He shoots. He scores. Chris Westland made no mistake about that whatsoever. Lifted that puck into the net. Bailey Marshall with an incredible assist. That's why you give assists in ice hockey. That's as good as that goal. Made it all possible. I thought he may have taken that shot. He had a good opportunity himself. Sent a perfect pass to Chris Westland. Now, can Arizona stay out of the box? Can they stay out of the penalty box, be disciplined against a desperate Colorado Buffalo team? We're just 5.5 minutes into this third period. A lot of hockey to go. The Buffaloes now down by a goal in the third period. And Arizona's got to stay out of the box, but they have the puck over the line here. Can they get it on goal? Here's a high shot by Max Meyer. Cats need to play smart hockey now and stay out of the box. So there's another shot that goes in. That's in. Oh, no goal, no goal. They're saying no goal. They're saying it was not over the line. Oh, boy, that was close. I thought it was over the line, but I'm a long way away in here in the press box. It must not have been completely over the line. It was just trickling in. One more second, and Arizona has another goal and a 2-goal lead. Let's see how that plays in this drama with 13:48 to go in the game. Oh, that's as close as you can get without scoring a goal. The red light went on, but a Colorado player went in and scooped that puck out of danger. It must not have been all the way over the red line. Can't just touch the red line. The entire puck has to be over the line for it to be a goal. The referee very emphatically motioned that it was no goal. So we continue on. 3-2, Arizona over Colorado. 13:20 to go in the game. The puck's back to center ice. Benzian Jacoby sends it in deep. Benzian Jacoby is officially on my all-name team. I have favorite names of hockey players. Benzian Jacoby, you've made the all-name team for the University of Colorado. This play continues on. It's just an interesting name. That's all I mean by it. Play continues on as the Buffs send it back in on Shuro. Wow, I don't know how he saw that puck, but he makes a nice save there around a Buffalo. Let's see how that no-goal call comes into play here with 12:51 to go in the game.
Versus Arizona State. Be sure to wear white on February 22nd for our whiteout and cheer.
So our PA announcer, Joe Pirates, is talking about the whiteout that will be against Arizona State in a couple weeks here. We expect a huge crowd. Arizona can win the Cactus Cup if they win that game, or the next game, which will be that Sunday. We're going to play a Friday-Sunday series in 3 weeks from now here at the Tucson Arena. Arizona will go on the road in a non-league game, a couple of games against UNLV. Those will be hotly contested games and more tournament preview games. And those will count in the national standings, but not in the league standings. This is a league game. And then the last 2 games of the year at Arizona State are league games. Here comes Arizona over the line again. Anthony Cusinelli sends it over to Chris Westland. Oh, I thought he had, that puck is in the net. Chris Westland has another goal. I thought he had possession of that puck. Oh, Chris Westland having a whale of a game, and that just kind of curled off of his stick into the net. Arizona 4, Colorado 2. Wow. Oh, Chris Westland just found that loose puck that came off of Cirillo, and he backhands it into the net. Wonderful skill goal there by Chris Westland with his 2nd of the game. He had just scored a couple minutes ago for Arizona. Now the Cats have busted open a 4-2 lead, and take a look at that Colorado University bench. That bench looks dead right now. They are stunned.
Arizona Wildcat goal, and it's his 2nd of the day for number 12, Chris Westland. The assist goes to number 11, Bailey Marshall, and number 15, Anthony Cusinelli. That's Westland from Marshall and Cusinelli. Time of your Wildcat goal, 7 minutes, 40 seconds in the 3rd period.
He shoots. He scores. Chris Westland with his 2nd goal of the game. Arizona's broken it up 4-2, but there's a lot of hockey left, and here's a great shot opportunity for Callan, but he shot it right at Anthony Shiro, who makes a good save. We're not out of the woods yet here, folks. We'll see if that no goal call from just a couple minutes ago comes into play here, but Arizona has responded in the 3rd period with 2 goals, both by Chris Westland. One on a great setup by Bailey Marshall, and that 2nd goal by Westland was just a great personal effort. Let's see if Arizona can stay out of the penalty box with 11:25 to go in the game. A 2-goal lead at home. This is the kind of game that will prepare you for the national tournament. Colorado has played really, really well here today, outshooting Arizona by a wide margin. But the one stat that matters most, Arizona 4, Colorado 2. This puck comes down. That's going to be an ice on Arizona. The puck will come back into the Arizona end of the ice. What a whale of a game here at the Tucson Arena. If you haven't come down to see University of Arizona Wildcats hockey, you're going to have 2 more opportunities against Arizona State. Championships will be on the line. The Cactus Cup championship against Arizona State. The Western Collegiate Hockey League championship. Oh my Lord. It's a pick. Oh, I thought that bounced right off of a defender into the net. Oh, that was almost a disaster for Colorado. I thought that puck was going to go off of a defender into the net. Still 4-2. Colorado back over the line and attacking. Here comes Kyle Wade for Arizona, just back the other way. Nice and lazily with Max Meyer. Going to go for a change there. He just throws it in behind Cirillo. Brett Robinson picks it up there for Colorado. Sends it up to David Mitchell. Sends it down deep, and he's going to go for a change. Hull picks it up for Arizona. Charlie James, the lone senior for Arizona, back on the ice now. That grinder line for Arizona. Manny Rowe with the puck. Sends it high off the glass. That's a good play, but that's going to be another ice. It will be icing on Arizona. 9:51, less than 10 minutes to go in the game. Arizona with the 4-2 lead. Do they have the discipline now to bring this one home? Stay out of the box, clear the puck. Puck comes all the way down in front of the goaltender, but Ben Hull picks it up there and sends it back up ice. Hull to Hull. Arizona's Hull picks it up. and gets it up to center ice to Dawson Marshall. Now, if you've been watching hockey as long as I have, you know there's always one more clear to make. There's always one more goal to score. It almost seems, even after you win a championship, you can't believe that you've made that last clear that you needed to make, that you've scored that last goal that you need to make. It is so difficult to win a hockey game. It is so difficult to win a championship. Arizona with a 2-goal lead here at home. Take a bad angle shot there that bounces right back to the Cat. Charlie James digs for it. It was Anthony Cusinelli who'd like to do something positive here. He's been in the penalty box more than on the scoring sheet today. Oh, and there's an interference call. And the Cats are going to go back on, there's a delayed penalty on Colorado. There was an interference call, and there's Anthony Cusinelli right in the slot. He shoots and scores! Anthony Cusinelli with the puck in the slot! Anthony Cusinelli buries the puck! Anthony Cusinelli! Arizona 5, Colorado 2. You cannot give Anthony Cusinelli the puck. At that point on the ice, he will score 100 out of 100 times. Anthony Cusinelli buries the puck. Arizona takes a commanding 5-2 lead. So this is when people email me and tell me, Tim, settle down, it's just a game. It's just a game. Boy, it's just a game, but Arizona has broken it open here in the third period. Can you tell that I like to see Anthony Cusinelli shoot the puck? And it looks like a Buffalo Ryan McAuliffe. Ryan McAuliffe is going to go to the box as well.
Wildcat goal given to number 15, Anthony Cusinelli. That's Cusinelli, unassisted. Time of your Wildcat goal, 11 minutes, 23 seconds in the third period.
He shoots. He scores. And here's going to be another Buffalo penalty. Undisciplined play here. This is going to be another interference call. Buffalo player took out an Arizona player at the blue line who didn't have the puck. That's an obvious call. I can't believe even the Buffalo player, Joe Kinsella, who wanted to argue with that, knew exactly what he had done. That's an undisciplined penalty. That's going to give Arizona a 2-man advantage here. 8:25 to go in the game. They can really put this one away if they can score on this 2-man advantage. You know, I was just saying Anthony Cusinelli wanted to do something good for his team. He had been in the box several times. Very unlike him. Well, now it looks like Ryan McAuliffe is being led off the ice. He must have just picked up a 10-minute misconduct. There's less than 10 minutes to go in the game, so McAuliffe heads to the bus, to the showers first, I hope, for his teammates, you know, the long ride home. Let's hope he hits the showers first and then to the bus. But it looks like his game is done. 10-minute misconduct, I'm going to guess, and there's only 8:25 left in the game. So we'll sort out the penalties, but I was saying, you know, Anthony Cusinelli has had a couple penalties last night and tonight. Very uncharacteristic for Anthony Cusinelli to pick up penalties. And not only, they were cross-checking penalties. Very unusual for him. Well, guess what? He was in the slot. The puck got to him. There is no way Anthony Cusinelli, one of the best shooters in the American Collegiate Hockey Association, is going to miss from there. There's really nothing Jake Cirillo could do there. Cirillo's played well last night and tonight. Arizona in the third period has just come up with the skill plays. They've had that just a little bit of skill more than Colorado here in the third period. I'm surprised they've broken it open like this. Yes, I thought was going to be a nail biter or go to overtime. Well, there's still 8:25 left to go in the game. You got to hope that the Arizona Wildcats, if you're rooting for them, don't have it in their mind that this game is over, because there's 8:25 to go in the game. Things going well for Arizona now, and it looks like they're going to have a 2-man advantage. But you got to protect the puck. You got to stay out of the box. And you got to clear that puck. Manny Rowe comes over to talk to Coach Berman. I think he's going to head back to the box. I think we might have offsetting penalties there. Nope. Manny Rowe heads back to the bench. He's on the bench. And we're ready to go. Arizona's going to have a 2-man advantage for 1:48, 8:25 to go in the third period. It's now Arizona 5, Colorado 2. They have broken it open here in the third period. is what you want to see from a team on home ice with a higher ranking. Such a young Wildcat squad. This is why I've wondered how they would handle these pressure situations. Well, this weekend, 3 huge games, and they have responded to the pressure like champions.
On number 17, Ryan McAuliffe, 2 minutes for interference, and then a subsequent penalty at 11:35 for a 10-minute misconduct. Time of that interference penalty, 11 minutes, 23 seconds in the third period. Colorado penalty on number 2, Joe Kinsella, 2 minutes for contact to the head. That penalty at 11 minutes, 35 seconds in the third period.
And there's another goal by Bailey Marshall, moving the puck around with the 2-man advantage. Marshall didn't quite have the handle on the puck, but he found it a moment later, and he roofs it. Arizona 6, Colorado 2. The Cats have broken this one wide open against a really scrappy Colorado squad. What a third period for the Arizona Wildcats. Wow! The penalties hadn't even been finished called by the PA announcer, Joe Pirates, doing his wonderful, great job. Had to cut him off because Bailey Marshall with his second goal of the night.
Goal, and it is his second for the game for number 11, Bailey Marshall. The assist goes to number 27, Max Meyer. That's Marshall from Meyer. Time of your Wildcat power play goal. 12 minutes, 2 seconds in the third period.
He shoots. He scores. Bailey Marshall, the leading scorer for the Arizona Wildcats, adds to his total. Arizona now up 6-2 with 7:20 to go. They still have a man advantage for about 50 seconds here as the puck comes all the way down to Anthony Shuro. Arizona exploding with 4 goals in the third period after going into the break after the second period, tied up 2-2. What an explosion of offensive skill by the Arizona Wildcats. You know, and it isn't that the third game in 3 nights that the Buffaloes looked like they were out of steam. Arizona just made some key plays, some key shots, great skill, and their best players are playing like their best players, both in goal, Anthony Shuro, and both with the puck, Chris Westland, Anthony Cusinelli, Bailey Marshall, Ethan Stalyuth. These are the best players on the Arizona squad, and they sure are playing like it. Boy, they're playing like champions. They don't win a championship here tonight, but if they win this game, and they're up 6-2 with 6:25 to go, the magic number is 1. The magic number is 1 to a WCHL championship. Wow, that's exciting for such a young Arizona Wildcat squad. So next at the Tucson Arena in a couple weeks, in about 3 weeks, Friday game against Arizona State, then a Sunday game against Arizona State. Arizona wins either of those. They win the Cactus Cup, the year-long series against Arizona State. I hope to be the one that, if they do win one of those games, to give the trophy to Anthony Cusinelli at center ice. Wow. In all my years with Arizona hockey, these are moments you remember forever, man. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. 5:55 to go in the game. Arizona heads up ice. Max Meyer with the puck tries a little dipsy-do move, but it's poke checked away. And of course, they have to win a game against Arizona State. It's not, they can't think that they're just going to show up and ASU is going to hand them the trophy. They got to win one of those 2 games. And then to end the season in Tempe, the last regular season games, those are the WCHL League games that if Arizona wins one, they will be WCHL League champions. So that'll be tougher than you think. ASU having a down year, but in those rivalry games, those are tough games. ASU gives you absolutely nothing and plays very hard against the University of Arizona. So this is exciting. This is as exciting as you can get in college hockey here at the University of Arizona. 5 minutes to go in the game. Colorado's keeping with its discipline. I don't expect any funny stuff at the end of this game. This is a well-coached Buffalo squad that just ran into a buzzsaw here in the third period. I did not expect a 4-goal outburst against Colorado here in the third period, but that's what we've had. Arizona 6, Colorado 2. This will be the last game for about 3 weeks because we have the Gem Show here in the Tucson Arena and surrounding. Now we're going to have a holding call. This is going to be on Arizona, I'm going to guess, just because it seemed like it was time to even things up. I didn't even see the play, but I knew it was going to be on Arizona. Manny Rose going to go to the box for a hold, 4:24 to go in the game. Sometimes you can just sense those things without even seeing them. This should also keep tempers down.
Manny Rowe, 2 minutes for holding. Time of that penalty, 15 minutes, 36 seconds.
Now, I'm not trying to say that it wasn't a holding call. I didn't see it. I'm sure if the referee saw a penalty, he called it. I'm just saying I could feel that one. I could feel that one coming. So a man advantage for the Buffalo. Now remember, at the end of the game, we have University of Colorado broadcaster, freshman at Colorado, James Margulies, will be at center ice to talk to the player of the game and Coach Berman. Here's Ethan Stahluth in all alone. Oh, he shot that puck wide. Ethan Stahluth shot that puck wide. He was in all alone, shorthanded. Oh, his teammates are going to give him a lot of guff on the bench about that one. They knock him on the head with a friendly glove there, but he's looking down at his skates. That puck, that goal was on his stick, and he shot it wide. Here's another goal, another shorthanded attempt and a goal. It's a hat trick. It's a hat trick. It's a hat trick for Chris Westland. Chris Westland shorthanded. Kept at it and poked that puck in. It's a hattie. It's a hat trick for Chris Westland. And the Hats are heading out onto the ice. The Hats are heading onto the ice. Chris Westland with a well-deserved hat trick. He just kept at that puck and poked it home. That's going to do it. Put a fork in the Colorado Buffalo. 3:28 to go in the game. They played a good game yesterday, a 2-1 thriller, and they were right in this to begin the third period. They look stunned. They look absolutely stunned. It was 2-2 heading into the third period, and Arizona has broken this one open 7-2 now with a shorthanded goal.
Wildcat goal, and it is a hat trick for number 12, Chris Westland. This goes to number 19, Justin Plumoff. That's Westland from Plumoff. Time of your Wildcat shorthanded goal, 16 minutes, 32 seconds in the third period.
He shoots. He scores. Chris Westland with the hat trick, and Arizona's going to go to the box here. This is a hitting from behind or a cross check. There's an obvious call on Ben Jones. He didn't mean to hurt anybody, but that's a really dangerous play so close to the boards and the glass. I think the Colorado players understood that he didn't mean, that was not an intent to injure. He just got his opponent in the wrong position there and cross-checked him. So with just 3:11 to go in the game, Arizona now will be down by 2 men for the next 47 seconds. And this should tamper down any ill will because the Buffs have a 2-man advantage.
Ben Jones, 2 minutes for boarding. Time of that penalty, 16 minutes, 49 seconds in the third period.
So a boarding penalty and another block shot by Hull for Arizona. A boarding penalty on Ben Jones, and that's a good call there. It was good that the Colorado players knew that there was really no intent to injure there. That didn't turn into a giant pileup because you'd hate to see that late in the game. So good for Colorado for recognizing that, because the penalty also was called. The ball's been pinballing around in the crease. Hull digs for it there with Christopher Dole. One penalty is about to expire. Kinsella sends that puck back for a shot. That's loose. We still don't know where it is. I couldn't see it, and the whistle finally goes. Anthony Shura was down and flopping around looking for that puck, but no goal. One penalty is gone, 1:10 to go on the next penalty, the boarding penalty against Ben Jones. 2:20 to go in the game. Arizona 7, Colorado 2. A Wildcat explosion here. in the third period. So remember, James Margules of the a penalty shot. I think they're saying an Arizona player fell on the puck in the crease to prevent a goal. So Cam Armstrong fell on the puck in the crease, and so a penalty shot here.
Trace Jablin.
Jablin in on the penalty shot. Little consolation prize for Colorado. And they shoot and they score. Woohoo! Jablin scores on the penalty shot. So it's now Arizona 7, Colorado 3 with 2:20 to go. Jablin's had a good game. Trace Jablin, the leading scorer for the Buffs. He hit a post early in this game that could have changed the dimension of this game for sure. Well, he scores on the penalty shot, which is more difficult to do than you think. You think, you're one-on-one with the goaltender. You're gonna score a goal every single time. It's not that way. It's difficult to score on penalty shots. Jablin with a nice shot there, and he makes it 7-3. Shuro makes the next save, though.
Don't forget, we'll be back in action on February 22nd and 24th.
February 22nd, February 24th, ASU here at the Tucson Arena. We need to see everyone in Tucson to support your hometown hockey team here. Friday the 22nd, Sunday the 24th. Oh boy, we hope to see the Cactus Cup on one of those days. 45 seconds to go on the man advantage. Colorado still with the man advantage here. They scored with the two-man advantage. So one of the penalties came off the boards. There's a bad hit from behind. Let's see if this turns into a fight, because that's an intent to injure by the Colorado player. That player better get up and just head off the ice, because that's an intent to injure. That's Nathan Sapita. And the Wildcat is still down. We'll have to see who this is. Sapita heading over to the box, but he ought to go off the ice. And that's Dawson Marshall. That's an intent to injure. I guarantee you that the video from our broadcast is going to go to the WCHL and the ACHA. That was absolutely uncalled for this late in this game. The boarding penalty on Ben Jones, he just caught his player in the wrong place. This was an intentional play. It looked like from our view here. And here goes Sapita. He did get a game misconduct. I'm going to guess it's a game misconduct. That's an intent to injure. That was intentional, at least from my viewpoint. I can't be in the player's mind. It's just from what I saw. This is a tough game. Colorado's down 7-3. Perhaps Sapita just lost his discipline there for a moment. Let's hope that Dawson Marshall is not hurt. You can be seriously, seriously hurt by that kind of play that close to the board. So let's hope that Dawson Marshall, who did get up and go to the bench on his own, let's hope he is okay. And we'll wait for the call here. If it's Arizona's going to get a penalty off of this, Keelan Olnick's going to the box for defending Dawson Marshall there. I can't believe that, but this might be offsetting. We'll have to see what the call on Sapita is. Since he was let off, I'm going to guess if it's a game misconduct, it means he cannot play in the next game. It's the same as a fighting major in game misconduct. So we'll have to see if he was just given a 10-minute misconduct, which means he could play in the next game, or if that was a game misconduct intent to injure penalty. So 1:47 to go in the game. Boy, I hate to see that kind of stuff anytime in a game by any team. The health of these young players is more important than any hockey game. I'm so happy that Dawson Marshall was able to get up and get to the bench, because that's the kind of play that you see players get paralyzed with. That's the kind you see them break vertebrae in their back. It can be very, very serious. I'm so happy that Dawson Marshall is up, and we'll get a report on him after the game. I hope he's okay. So we'll see what's going to be called here. Well, you could hear that thud from up here. Players so close, facing the glass, hit with great force from behind right into the glass. It took Marshall a minute or so to compose himself. He's getting tapped on the head by his teammates on the bench. He took one for the team there. Boy, there's nothing like the brotherhood on a hockey team, let me tell you. Nothing more beautiful than players who love each other on a hockey team. And this Buffalo's team has shown great resilience here this weekend. They played a whale of a game yesterday. They were right there at the beginning of the third period here. It just kind of got away from them. Arizona really caught fire in a way they hadn't in the last few weeks offensively.
Number 9, Nathaniel Cepeda. A 5-minute major for checking from behind. Wildcat penalty on number 24, Keelan Olnick, 2 minutes for roughing. Both penalties at 18 minutes, 13 seconds in the third period.
So a 5-minute major for hitting from behind on Cepeda. That's a good call, a 5-minute major. That was an intent to injure kind of penalty. Good call by the referee there, but there's just 1:25 to go in the game. A man advantage still for the Buffs, just 3 defenders on for Arizona. So I don't think it's going to change the final outcome. Colorado can score another goal or two here as the puck just gets out to center ice. That'll do it for Ben Jones' penalty. Now just a one-man advantage. Now we're skating 4-on-4 with the 5-minute major to the Colorado player. So we'll skate 4-on-4 for the rest of this game. And let's hope no more funny stuff happens here. I don't expect that from Colorado. There's a nice move in by Ben Hull there. Boy, he got through the defense, and a nice save by Shuro. You can tell the defensive intensity is off now in the last minute. Arizona's going to win this game. They're ahead 7-3. 40 seconds to go. I know Colorado's got to be disappointed, but boy, they played a good weekend series. They won on Thursday night. Really good game here yesterday. 1-goal loss. Here they're going to lose 7-3, it appears, if the score doesn't change. And they scored on a penalty shot. You don't see those all that often in college hockey. Down to the last 15 seconds. So Colorado's James Margulis will talk to head coach Chad Berman and the player of the game at center ice. And then I'll have a quick wrap up here from the press box immediately following. That's in 3, 2, 1. Arizona wins! Arizona remains in first place, the Western Collegiate Hockey League, with a huge 7-3 victory over the Colorado Buffalo. Arizona securing at least their number 6 ranking, I've got to guess. Although you never know what the ACHA computers are going to come up with. But this was a masterful period of hockey by Arizona, maybe their best period of hockey this season. Arizona 7, Colorado 3. Okay, we'll send it down to ice level to James Margulis, who's going to talk to the player of the game, and to head coach Chad Berman. And then we'll be back here for my wrap-up here in the press box.
Here in a few minutes after the Wildcats get off the ice. And don't forget, the Wildcats will be back in action here on Friday the 22nd and Sunday the 24th as we take on Arizona State University. Please have a safe drive home and have a great week. And go Pats.
All right, I think we're good. Have a good time. All right, we'll start the interview here. So I'm here with Chris Westland, recording your second hat trick of the season. How does that feel? What was working against the CU team today?
You know, it feels unreal, especially against a conference team like that. But, you know, it's a big team effort. Playing with Coos and Bailey, you know, I get a lot of easy ones.
Yeah, for sure. So what changed in the third period for you? Shots started to find the back of the net. Tempo picked up. You guys really started to play well. What was the difference in the third period than the first two periods?
You know, I think we dug a little deeper there. We knew that first place is on the line here in our conference, and we just went out and got it.
Then stuff started to kind of get chippier at the end. How do you stay under control, not let your emotions get the best of you, not let yourself do anything stupid?
we just realized we have the lead there, and we want to keep our heads and really don't want to risk a suspension or anything. So.
All right, congratulations. Go enjoy your victory.
Yeah, thank you.
Chad. Yep. I wrote it down. James Margulis here alongside Arizona head coach Chad Berman. Today, you guys played a great game. You really came on in that third period, but throughout the entire game, you guys were blocking shots. You weren't letting the puck get in front of the net a lot. You were blocking a lot of shots. Is that something that you really try and emphasize as a coach?
Yeah, first I'd like to thank Painted Sky Elementary, Coyote Trail, Twin Peaks for coming out. I'm glad we could raise a lot of money. Hope you had a great night. Obviously, that's a massive win. That's a really good hockey team. Not a team we'd want to see in the tournament. They're gonna be a handful. The shot blocking, we talk about it all the time. If you want to be a championship team, you got to block shots. Guys putting their body on the line. There's no greater compliment to your teammates to say you want to win.
So you swept the season series, won one game on the road earlier in Colorado, won 2 games yesterday and today. Is there something about this Colorado team that just gives you an edge, or is it just you guys executing your game plan?
No, that's a really good hockey team. I mean, we hadn't had as much luck the last couple of years, so I'm not sure we're even. But, we feel fortunate. That Colorado trip's always tough. When they come here, it's tough. That's one of the better coaches in our conference as well. So we're fortunate to get the season sweep. We're excited about it. Now we're 1 win away from our first ever conference title in WCHL. Pretty cool.
And do you expect to see them in the playoffs?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a tournament team for sure. They're closer to top 10 than anything.
All right, congratulations, Chad. Go enjoy the victory. I'm James Margulis. Back to you in the booth.
Thank you, James. That was James Margulis, one of the broadcasters from the University of Colorado, joining our broadcast here at the Tucson Arena. Thank you for joining us here in Tucson, Arizona. A big win for the Arizona Wildcats. As head coach Chad Berman just said, Colorado, I think, is a top 10 caliber team. Played very well here this weekend. Just didn't come away with either victory. Arizona, so young, showed us a heck of a lot here in these games, both Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. 3 victories. They bust this one open in the third period with a 5-goal outburst. It was tied 2-2 after 2 periods of play, but powered by a hat trick by Chris Westland and 2 goals by Bailey Marshall, Arizona wins 7-3. That third goal, a penalty shot for Colorado late in the game, but Arizona improves now to 26-6. Colorado falls to 11-12-2, and the guys have to be sky high after this game for the Arizona Wildcats. They're 1 win away from securing their first WCHL championship. That's a huge accomplishment. Now we'll see you here next, February 22nd. That's Friday against Arizona State University, and then Sunday against Arizona State here at the Tucson Arena. If Arizona wins either of those games, they'll win the Cactus Cup, the series, the season series between Arizona and Arizona State. So we hope to see you there here February 22nd and 24th for that. By then, we might know a little bit more about what the seeding is going to be for the ACHA. At least things will be a little bit clearer near the end of regular season. But Arizona ranked number 6. We'll see what the computer rankings think about these 3 great victories here at home. It's the Gem Show, so Arizona hockey won't be here for the next 3 weeks. Again, February 22nd against ASU. This was an exciting game here at the Tucson Arena. I want to thank all the hockey fans who were here. It's an afternoon game. We had a great crowd here at the Tucson Arena supporting your hometown hockey team, your Arizona Wildcats. So for the complete University of Arizona hockey media team, I'm Timothy Gasson, thanking you for watching, because you are watching University of Arizona Wildcats hockey.
Thank you for watching University of Arizona Wildcats hockey. Visit our website at ArizonaWildcatHockey.org, and we'll see you at the Tucson Arena for the next Arizona Wildcats home game.